Keep fear games.
I just want some cool dice. That's it.
So how many sets do you think you're up to?
I don't know. I don't keep count.
Bro, I'm gonna get some aluminum dust dice.
I've
It's
pulled
gonna be
out
very
some sets
expensive.
that
I'm
like
gonna do it.
I'm willing to let go
Yeah.
in the trade. So I have about like
No,
four
it's
sets
a different
that I'm
type.
like,
It's serious
I could
through.
part with
Yeah,
these.
aluminum dust is a new type of product. It's a new type of element. So like,
Manfred and Bianca.
They made a new element.
The last two,
All
right?
right, Bianca
made,
was
like,
the one that
it's like 3 times
wanted
stronger
to key,
than
right?
the leading
I'm
bulletproof
very
glass.
I
They
want
use
to
it on
talk
the
to
air.
Bianca
They use
about
it on
this
the
key.
spaceship.
But they're not around.
I'm gonna use dice.
Fair, we think that they're at these other places, right?
Find them.
They're in the.
Like
They were
all
talking
different
about
colors and
the.
designs and stuff. I could try and
Not
make it.
these places.
Okay.
They were talking about
I'll
the.
do it.
Like,
What's that mean? Baldur's Gate and Dreadmire Tower?
Yeah.
Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate.
and
Right.
bread. What was it? Bread something.
Bread swamp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dreadmire Tower.
Yeah, Bread
and,
Clear Tower and.
and
say Baldur's
the
Gate?
old Wizard's Castle.
know
Yeah, it says
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate in here.
Wait
You
a
didn't read
second.
it?
No, I
Baldur's
didn't.
Gate?
Yeah, here. Yeah.
That's probably how we got Bread Meyer Swamp last time.
That's an
Remember,
Easter
'cause
egg.
I wasn't with the party when you guys found the letters. So I was just like, I'm just not
Sure.
gonna read. No, I
No?
left because I
Oh, that's
stole,
right. That was the first time we were going to kill you.
Yeah, I stole the little dudes, the little high schoolers' money.
Oh yeah.
Because I charmed him into not killing me,
That's
and
right.
then I was like, you should just give me all of your gold.
I'm sorry, I'm falling in love with this app. This is amazing.
He has everything.
Right after he was eaten by spiders too, and then you just
Yeah,
take all of his
you can
money
input
away.
all the books into it.
Yeah.
Heartless.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Heartless.
You can get
He
all
ran-
the
he
classes,
ran off
all
on
the
his own.
races, everything.
So cool.
Eaten alive by spiders. New character, robbed blind. right after.
He shouldn't
These
have
were
been killed.
so when we first started, there was 4 letters to this Ronaldo guy.
Now
So that
2
made
to
up the
5.
5 magi, and they were all doing different things. So we killed one, found one dead, and then killed the next guy.
We
So these
didn't.
magi, it's
We
one
didn't.
person
We
or is it a group of
killed
people?
Five.
No, we killed 2. We killed Spider Guy and we killed the
I thought
Giorno.
I thought we found Spider Guy dead.
No, we killed him. He was the wizard we
Oh.
killed.
You know.
Yeah.
But he was already possessed,
Murder.
right? No, I don't remember
No,
what
he was
happened.
possessed. That was
Are
right.
all of the magi
They were
evil?
all
What do we know about these magi?
We
Well,
don't
actually,
know anything.
it seems like
Awesome.
they're a group of teachers, and we're going around
They're
murdering.
not teachers.
They said they wanted to get all of the
I
schools.
interrogated his spirit last week.
They said
okay?
they wanted to start their own school.
They want the key to take over the world and get the
That's not
magi
what they
robes.
said.
Yes, he
That's
did.
not-
He wants the staff and the robe to
I
take
feel
over
safe.
the
This is
world.
gonna
Not,
be
they,
very
they
good.
want the staff and the rope to start their own school.
One of
No,
the
he
guys that
doesn't.
normally
Where is the
plays
letter?
his character's a bounty hunter, so the
It wasn't
the
in the letter.
concept
It was my
that
interrogation.
he
Well, I think your interrogation
had
is
a
wrong.
bounty on these 5 magi. And I mean, now that he's not here, like, we really don't have to continue on with this quest.
And then we
Except for
proceeded
your Minotaur has determined that.
Oh yeah.
that you are evil. Me.
Oh my god, you're a barbarian minotaur?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's cool.
A lawful good barbarian Minotaur.
How does that even...
I'm a good person.
Shed
No,
his
he's not.
evil,
So,
his
I
evil
have that
bonds.
whole spell where I can, like, make friends with animals. Does that mean I can just make you my friend?
Probably.
Because his intelligence is stellar.
Yeah.
We have the same intelligence, which
Talk.
makes me very
High
happy.
IQ.
I think you have a higher
Relatively
wisdom and
smart.
charisma, though.
Yeah, I do. Oh, I know I have a higher
Well, I have
charisma.
3 18s and 3 8s.
I am a weirdly charismatic ranger. Like, I
What's
should
your
probably...
charisma?
It's 18.
Wait, you have 18?
Yeah, I don't know how it did
You have
that.
a higher charisma than me.
What did you roll for each one, or
Yeah,
did you do the point by?
I had it through the roll. Should I reroll my stats?
Yeah, everybody uses point by.
Point by?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
You just click on the point by option.
Alright, hold on.
If
Granted, I leveled twice, and... Hold on, let me go back.
But I'm
so
also
this was-
weirdly strong warlock as well.
I'm gonna be a
so
wizard.
I could redo that.
Because I want my
It has to be
He's a
done.
good character.
Holy cow, yeah, that's a great character.
Let me see this.
I
I
was
don't
like,
care.
wow, I'm
I mean,
super
keep
lucky.
it.
No, it's okay. I can.
Keep it.
We can change. I can
No,
change.
no, no. You should keep it.
I'm gonna, okay.
You can keep it if you want.
It's fine. I'll probably miss every single thing that I try to kill, so it'll be great.
Having high stats is good.
Okay.
As long as long as you're working with them, they're fine with you having high stats because that means you got their back.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't worry,
murder
I'm
is not
easily
good.
swayed.
If not, we eat you.
Yeah. If not, I'm throwing you in the ooze, and you will be eaten.
These are all things
Oh,
they
that's right.
did.
He has a pet ooze.
Wait, okay. Who's got a pet?
Yeah.
Who's got a pet?
For my amulet, I just summon it sometimes. So if you hear me yelling about ooze, I summoned it.
Nice.
Yeah.
He also has a tiara that shoots fire.
Beams, thank you, beams.
He killed.
That's very important.
He has a tiara that shoots beams.
Worked out well last
I
week.
like it.
I still can't get over
Is that a one a day thing?
Yeah.
Are those everybody's names? Or what are those?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to find more cards, but I think I'm out.
Limited time thing.
But what I can do is I can take one of these sticky notes and put it on top of somebody else's card.
No one could ever guess who I am.
I have one of these I could open.
Oh yeah,
perfect,
I got
yeah.
those as well.
She's an artist. She can just draw her own card.
Yeah.
I literally, that's why I was like, I don't know if it was so weird. I'll just draw pictures.
So basically, what you do is you put your name on the front and then
Okay.
your stats on the back.
Oh, okay.
Don't feel like you have to put all your stats on
Yeah.
there. You can just put your name on each side.
It's mostly just for order of initiation.
Make sure the Minotaur doesn't cheat.
Fancy. Order of initiation.
I'm not-
Are we robots or something?
That's totally fine.
I would just, I throw the chains. I
Combat
catch them.
sequence initiated.
Yep.
My guy's just gonna be murder now. No more talking.
Murder, murder, kill, kill.
You've been saying that since the beginning of
But
this campaign.
now I have a reason. Because now we got the mental break.
I have
That
my
should have been
character
at the
sheet, but I
very
literally
beginning.
just wrote
But we
down all
only
of the
killed the
important
evil
stats.
races back then.
What's that?
I just wrote down
The
all of
Zentarum
my
are
important
evil.
stats.
Well, I don't know that. I just came across from
Just
my
like that's all
spree
I
of
do.
murder.
Okay.
Have attacked us. If they're
Wait, what,
attacking
also
us, they're
initiative?
probably evil.
Well, I don't know that they're evil. All I know is that they were helping this guy escape. They were running away.
We already know that Giorno was evil.
Yeah, but
How was it
you were defending the mercenaries.
Zentarum.
Yeah, you were defending them. You're like, well, maybe they did kill a
The
child.
Zentarum are evil people.
They didn't kill the children.
Why does it matter if they killed or
They
didn't
should
kill
at least been
children?
able to give an honorable death instead of being chained up in the head.
That was more honorable than he deserved. He cast sleep on me. We were supposed to have a duel in that room, and he
My
slapped
stats
me.
are really high. I didn't actually pay attention
They
to
did
this
almost
before.
slaughter us.
That was not
You
honorable at all.
liquefied
half-
their leader.
They got half the party down.
Yeah,
I was fine though.
it was fun.
I
It was
just
all
a-
handled.
I was just a cop. I still had a spell slot to burn.
It was the worst thing ever.
You should get
Because
the
I
heat
do
metal
have a
cannon.
companion, should I?
We already all have heat metal from the
Yeah, that's
rings.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yes,
Oh,
you do.
Yes, I do then.
You got the ring as well.
I'll heat my
Everybody has it.
chains and then throw them.
You can do that if you want.
Well, won't you burn your own
Yeah.
hands?
No, I'll throw them and then cast.
Yeah, well, you'd have to throw all the chains. You said you bought them in like 100-foot increments, so you would have to throw all of
100
it.
feet of chains.
Yes, because I remember we did the math because I did not think you could carry all 100 feet.
You can't.
Like,
You barely.
Yeah.
You can barely carry it.
well, where is heat
Didn't she play
metal?
with us? At one time or
Who?
Yeah.
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 Oh. Has she snubbed us?
She joined once, and then the one off, and
Yeah.
then that's it.
What
Where
other
she got,
spells do
where
I
she got
have?
upset because we were talking about
So
taxes.
you should have like some.
What other spells do we have from?
Oh yeah, my
Your modifiers.
Yeah.
The list? Yeah. I wrote them all down.
Oh yeah, you were in there for the one-off where we had a. You heard about the taxes.
Heat metal.
Oh, yeah, you were
Everybody
saying
was
that.
so mad. They were like, "You're holding us hostage. You're talking about taxes. You can walk through the
Yeah,
bushes
you
and
can-
go do it.
You can go do your
You
thing.
can go on.
We're
We
just having
couldn't.
a civil
He wouldn't let us
discussion
go
about
through. You guys were
tax law.
talking.
He's a sheep. You can pick him up."
No, the DM was too focused on your people.
Yeah, he was focused on their tax law issues.
They could just walk away.
We couldn't.
We were not.
You had the god of this world
I was like on the way
basically
to
listening
the
to you.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So we are gonna still do that.
Water.
Okay. So I have my HP.
Underwater.
Geary
No, no,
does
what?
have
Talking about
my
so much spell.
Because I was like, well, what if they're tax evading? I was trying to be
And
a
I
good
took an explorer's
character.
pack.
It did not work.
I didn't have a horse in that race, and so I was like,
Yeah.
are you a good guy, Mr.
Yeah, like, you
Sheep?
need rope
I don't know
or
if I want to
something
unpolymorph you if you're not going to pay your taxes or not.
And then they turned
Well, we're
him
going to
into
these,
a
like, what we do is we
monstrosity
go to
who
a
only
different
felt
No.
pain.
thing
He
every
couldn't
week.
tell me. He said,
Like,
yeah,
$100
I'm
or
a
something
special
like that.
guy.
Yeah,
I do some favors for the government.
Yeah, he couldn't tell us if he did or did not pay his taxes. He, the wizard, the sheep wizard, did not tell us if he did or did not pay his taxes. So we couldn't let him go because we might have had to, like, you know,
Hunt him down for the IRS
yeah, for the
after.
tax
I don't know how
evasion.
much gold
He
is
wouldn't
in
tell.
there.
He kept dodging it.
Arrows before I start.
Yeah, he was like, oh, you know, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, yeah, we have an agreement
Is that-
going.
So fun
That
fact about
his-
taxes,
his place wasn't
Telstar
technically
got
owned
ordered
by
to
the
not have any
government.
record
There
of
is
my
no government.
1095s, so I can't file my taxes correctly for the second year.
What, are you living under assumed name or something? Or
I don't know. I saw
Well,
I
he
had
got-
healthcare and they were
We
like,
are streaming, by the way, so you don't want to say too much about your taxes.
hey guys, what's up? But yeah,
I mean,
Taxes.
I assume your taxes are all legal and you're not
Yeah.
avoiding anything.
I'm-
Oh, definitely.
I'm
Don't
going
be
to
like
submit
Yoshi.
them, and then in a couple months get a call and be like, you didn't do it right. And I'll be like, well, I know I didn't.
You don't
me
have
my
the
money.
excuse of being polymorphed into a sheep.
But
Okay.
this in turn holds up your
What's
refund if you get
abjuration?
one or whatever. Right?
No, I definitely did not get a refund.
Well, you have to get up for your class,
I
right?
don't have to pay anything either, though.
Oh,
I didn't make any
alright.
money.
Yeah, alright.
Right, it's a school. And I'm saying, what's your class?
That's the only good
Barbarian.
difference.
Yeah, I did not make any money.
Can you even?
You don't make money, you don't pay
I
taxes.
don't.
Yep.
I guess you don't have to do it by class.
My tax guy was like, you are not in any tax class. And I was like, I know I'm not.
Does
Thanks for reminding me, right?
does the abjuration spell for the cloak have to be from your class? Because
Yes.
he's a barbarian. What would he pick?
Hi. Could I get like an extra rage?
I don't know what a barbarian would use for abjuration.
Super rage?
Let me see.
Super rage.
Super rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good spell for a barbarian.
Yeah.
Let me see. Are there any abjuration spells or rituals? My next
There's
one.
alarm, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. I can be alarming.
That's the only ritual spell.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's your spell.
Okay.
What does alarm do?
I'll take it.
You set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. Choose a door, window, or an area within range that is no larger than a 20-foot
So if you
cube.
keep coming, we'll figure out how
Until
to
it ends, it alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area.
Okay. That's mine.
We got a scarf and
It alerts you with a
You
ping
might
in
not
your
get the
mind.
scarf though. Have you?
What's
If you're
and you
chaotic,
see the other.
you're chaotic neutral or chaotic.
Well, she
you
get it
got?
if she's neutral.
I'm gonna see it. I'm what you got, like a
Hey,
spell.
neutral.
No, you chaotic
you
neutral.
can,
but-
You can be
can't
true
do,
neutral.
Like bad stuff.
Yeah.
My character was not allowed to.
You were offered a chance to change
Define
allegiance.
bad. I mean, when you live in the woods,
My
I think bad counts as trying to release a horde of telepathic space spiders onto the world.
Space? No, a mind giraffe.
She tried to. We killed them all while she was hindering us.
Their
In
necks,
my
they were
defense-
like spider
in my
giraffes.
defense, I didn't try to
Spider
stop
giraffe.
them from killing the spiders.
You tried to. You told the
So
kid you
if
charmed to
just
go and
happen
stop
to
us.
see a pseudo dragon like following you around a lot, don't worry about it.
I'm a tiefling, so like I'm used to like demons and
worst thing is
dragons
the
and pseudo
spiders,
dragons and all
they
that
have
stuff following
very
me
long
around.
Fine.
necks.
I'm not spying on you.
I'm not doing anything evil or bad. I'm just following directions.
No.
Yeah.
They
I'm a
try to
middle
release
manager.
mind giraffes out on the populace.
Don't get me started about the bureaucracy involved with warlocks.
What do we start with for gold? What do we start with?
Just whatever based on your background, but you're third level now, so let's see.
What am I starting with?
I can do it. I can throw my chain.
Take an additional 7.
And then they'll never find out.
Starting.
70. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't even know what my starting level was. I should check.
I haven't spent like any gold. I
Well,
only
yeah,
have
we have
55.
we haven't spent it.
But you have a bunch of magic items. What's your background?
Can I
I got more gold than me.
I think you're starting
You
late
robbed
in
him.
10.
A life of crime always pays.
We have like
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, the background you either start with 10 or 15 usually, depending on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't even count. I don't see it.
Look under your equipment on that app, and if it's, I think it says like pouch or belt pouch,
Yep, belt pouch.
and it has. Does it have any gold in it?
It doesn't say, no, I don't think I have
Oh, yeah,
any.
If you have
It's
belt
probably
pouch, you
start-
just scroll down
No,
lower
it's
and
because
it
we're
shows
background.
like.
Did you choose like
GP.
the one where it gives you free food and stuff when you're
Oh,
on the
GP,
water?
I see it, yep. Yeah, the one where I
Yeah.
can hunt for them.
You don't get anything.
So I have 10, yeah. Alright, so 70, you said
Outlanders don't start with any gold.
Yeah.
75, so
No,
85.
we were
She
out
has one there, so yes, she does. She just didn't see the section.
Gosh
Yeah, no,
darn
I
it.
do. I started with 10 gold.
I didn't get anything from Michael.
Well, I think that was your fault.
Maybe that's just because it's you.
Yeah. Just lay it all on me.
You know why you didn't get any gold? Because you spent it all on chains. Okay, that's why you don't have any gold.
I have 40 gold to spend
Were
on
you
more
shining
chains.
your hoofs? Like,
No, I've lost the chains.
How do you
He has
have that much
100
gold
yards
when you
of
have so
chains.
many?
He's pretty much at the point if he buys any more chain, he's going to be at disadvantage.
Yep. I did. I sat down and I did the math.
Chains are
And I
necessary for
carry all
living,
that
so,
chain.
so is this a good time to ask who or what everyone is, or will that just happen?
Yeah, we kind of do it in our
Yeah, I think it's
introduction
perfect
thing.
time for that. So, welcome. Hey, I'm actually on camera this week.
Yours.
There you go.
It's fine.
There we go.
Don't look at me.
Welcome everybody. I'm Brad Wolf. This is our Adventure League D&D game, and we are in the middle of the hunt for the 5 Magi.
Yeah. Try with your tournament.
You can't use Tri-Wizard Tournament anymore because you killed one. You killed another one, so now there's only 2 left.
Oh no, it's
We're murdering
the,
their family.
Bye, Wizard Tournament.
By
Oh,
Wizard.
now we have to think of it's the dueling duo. There we go.
The Wonder Twins. All right. So why don't we go around and introduce everybody's character, name, class, and race.
My guy's name is Slayer. He's a barbarian minotaur who is lawful good and he only wants to murder evil things. But that might change very soon.
I am Oric, the Mountain Dwarf Paladin, and so I just want to conquer stuff since I'm a conquest paladin, and so it kind of goes against his whole idea since he has a very broad definition of what is evil and what is not, apparently.
You can't chain up a person then decapitate them and not be evil.
Hi, I'm Cyrilli, a warlock tiefling, and she's just doing her 9-to-5 job, which may or may not be evil. It's just a 9-to-5, though.
It is, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah.
I am Goliath, the halfling druid, and I'm a resident of Waterdeep. I joined this quest to find the 5 Magi.
Okay, I'm Yvonne. I'm a half-elf ranger, and I have a pseudo-dragon companion who likes to get into trouble, and I've been chasing it around, and that's where I'm at.
And I just noticed that Brendan's actually not on camera.
I don't need to be on camera. My voice is so memorable.
Too cool
So-
for camera. I see how it
Too
is.
cool.
Do you want to hop over to the other side of the table? Because if you're here, they can see your face.
Not really.
Okay.
You don't want people to see your face?
Be completely anonymous.
I'll be completely.
All right, it's your turn to be anonymous. Usually I'm the voice that on the beyond that no one can see. All right. Of course, it doesn't matter right now because apparently we got no one in there.
watching.
We'll see
We
you on the
found out
pod.
Brendan wasn't going to be on, and they all left.
Yeah, they're all here for you, man.
I would not be
For
surprised.
whatever reason, we usually get an influx of people about a half hour after we start. So we'll see what happens. Welcome, our one person. All right, so we are in the midst of the hunt for the 5 Magi. You guys have killed 2 and found 1, all of which you have turned over to Magistrate Ironbeard, the one-eyed dwarf that has been collecting the bounty are paying you the bounty that you're collecting on these rogue mages, and you've decided to explore the School of Necromancy that once belonged to the Magnus Academy of Arcane. Magnus's Arcane Academy, there we go. I'll get that name of the school right eventually. And you had tracked your way across Waterdeep to the edge of the city where there's an old dilapidated fort that you believe sits on top of the School of Necromancy that was once a part of the Academy. And your hope is to head off whatever the 5 Magi are up to and stop them from their, you assume, sinister plan.
Assume? I never assume.
That's
Sinister.
true. Slayer the Minotaur believes that maybe these Magi aren't evil and maybe they just want to open the school and be teachers.
Yeah.
He believes that about anybody.
Well, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
At least I don't murder people. Execution style.
It had to be done.
He was literally trying to leave.
So as you exit the gate of Waterdeep and leave the massive city behind you, on the road that leads up to the city, you can see this what appears to be about a 2-story fort that once guarded the entrance to the city. Now it's just a kind of dilapidated memorial to bygone times. But as you see it down the road, you can tell that it has at least one corner of the building that's dilapidated, and it doesn't look inhabited. In fact, it doesn't really look safe to enter. It's kind of rickety and old for a big stone fort.
Send in the barbarian.
Of course, always. I shall go first. I won't let these people kill any children that are in there. I'm gonna go in there.
For?
He wasn't a child. He was just a small man.
A small man, of course.
All right, so you're just gonna walk through the rubble into the fort.
I mean, it looks like there's a good set of stairs right there.
I can't reach over there.
So you want to go up the stairs then?
I'm not breaking and entering into a temple.
It's not a temple.
Yeah, well,
No, he said
It's a fort.
from-
But I mean, if you think it's a temple,
I'm in character.
with all of your 8 intelligence, you can believe it's a temple.
It's a movie theater for all you know.
I would like to quietly just send this guy in to explore ahead of everyone.
All right, have the little pseudo dragon fly over the Minotaur's head.
Yeah, maybe go ahead of him to
Impossible. I'm gonna go
possibly.
first.
No, I'm just not gonna tell you I'm doing it. It's okay, sweetie.
My heart.
All right, so you're gonna walk up the stairs.
Yes.
As you walk up, you can see there's a large arched doorway that no longer has a door. In fact, even though this is quite an old building, the door looks like it was recently broken for some reason.
Vandals, barbarians. I'll just continue walking through it.
Continuing to walk through the door. All right. So you just walk in.
Yeah.
All right. It's what you would expect to find in the entrance of a fort. It's a small hall, or narrow hall with a high ceiling, and there's arrow slits in the walls. Ideal for fighting off intruders. And there's a pair of doors in front of you.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try to open the doors.
All right, you're just gonna open them up.
Yes.
The pseudo dragon is kind of just watching him and waiting.
Okay. So the pseudo dragon kind of hangs out outside.
Yeah,
Hang right here by my buddy.
Is it possible are there windows up top that we can see at all or anything like that?
There are. They are barred and shut.
They're all shut?
They're all shut. But you could definitely climb up to them if you wanted to try to enter
Yes.
that way.
I think he's going to fly back out to me. I want to see if I can possibly get up to one of those and maybe wiggle him in to one. Like
Sounds
pry it
good.
open. Okay. Would these be indicative of windows?
Yes. So
Can I send him to scout for the sturdiest or best path, so to speak.
Certainly.
Okay.
All right, so the pseudo dragon's going to kind of fly around.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check with your pseudo dragon.
Assuming he's going to use sight, and he has an advantage on rolls for that.
Okay.
That's a 5. And a 13.
So with a 13, he kind of swoops back down towards you and kind of nods towards the opening that's actually closest to where you're sitting. Yep.
Okay.
And kind of gives you that emotional impression that that's where he wants to go.
Okay.
Because if I'm remembering right, that's how pseudo dragons communicate with their emotions.
They can do that. They can do any one up to, I think, a 20 or 100 feet, I'm not sure which. They can send like an image. It's 100 feet. They can communicate via images, simple ideas, or emotions. So, yeah.
All right. And now the three of you who are outside, give me perception checks.
Oh. He made it.
I don't think I have anything.
19.
16.
All right. And you rolled an 18, right?
What? I got 15 now.
You rolled 15?
I
Okay.
got 15.
All right. So, all three of you notice that you're not the only ones who've recently left the city. There's a group of travelers who seem to be wandering by, kind of going down the road past. And as they're walking past you, they're all kind of looking at you strangely since you're entering this old fort.
Intimidate them.
The travelers are wearing like simple brown robes. They look like they might be, pilgrims of some religion or something like that.
Easy pickings.
Can I intimidate them?
Certainly.
I'm gonna kind of like snap at them
Okay.
with my teeth and say something in a. Is it hellish or infernal?
Infernal?
Yeah. So 13 plus 3 is a 16.
They look intimidated. They hang their heads. They flip their hoods on their robes and kind of scatter down the roadway.
I say something like I love chicken tenders in infernal.
Infernal.
Chicken.
I'll just wave at their backs then, and since I'm just sitting there, I'll use my divine sense that I never use. I might as well use it now. Yeah.
So you want to burn it so quickly?
It's not that useful, but
You get how many? You get a ton of them, right?
3
Three.
every day. But so any
ability. Don't want it.
Just use it for fun.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing. So any celestial fiends, undead, consecrated, or desecrated places within 60 feet.
You definitely get the sense of undead and a sense of desecration. This
I would hope so.
You
would expect to find-
desecrated undead place right here.
One fiend.
Oh, and one fiend.
I already
One
knew
fiend.
about you. Every time we're anywhere, it's always picking you up.
All right, so
Well, like, yep, there's some undead in there.
give me a dexterity or strength check for your pseudo dragon to wiggle through the window.
Okay, I'm definitely. Poor baby. That's a 6.
Okay, he's having a little bit of trouble getting in there,
Okay.
but he's still trying.
Now, have I climbed up with him yet, or can I attempt to? Is it possible?
The outside of the fort's pretty rugged. You can climb up at half speed without making a roll.
Okay, I'm
So-
going to be following.
All right.
Yeah, see if I can't nudge that window open because he sucks. Just right now, he's just not feeling it. He's a little rusty.
His rage right.
All right, and now you've approached the doors on the inside, and you said you opened them, correct?
Yes.
All right. So as you come in, you can also give me a perception check.
Let's see. Ooh, that's a natural one.
A natural 1. All right. You're pretty convinced that this place is empty, and you have it all to yourself. It's very dusty, by the way. The stone floor, you think, may be made by somebody with quite good skill, because despite how old this fort looks, the tile floors are still in good shape.
That's some magic right there.
See anything?
No. I'm just gonna try to open those doors. Do
Where
I
did-
see the doors?
You do see these doors over here.
Where did it look like the undead were for my divine sense?
Does
It says
give
I
you-
get the location. You detect the location of, so.
Okay, it's underneath.
Okay. So it doesn't seem like there's anything on this level?
No, you don't detect any undead on this level.
Oh, well, leave him then. Well, I'll come up to this corner. He's cleared this part. I'll stand right and look at you. So what, you're gonna go to the doors?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the door.
All right, so you move over to check out these doors. All right. About that time, you're up at the top. Are you going to try to assist him to get in?
Yes.
Okay, so let him roll strength or dex with advantage.
That dice has failed me for loud. Wow. Really? All right. 6 and a 9.
Well, then you add whatever modifiers the.
Yeah. Okay. Tax would be 13.
With a 13 and your help, you're able to kind of pry it open for him.
Okay.
He kind of wiggles in there,
Okay.
and now he's inside of that tower.
Okay. Can he make a perception check for just looking around? Give me a mental impression before I get too close.
Certainly.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for his.
I remain cautious. That would be a 9.
9. Even with a 9, he sends you the impression that he saw something in the hallway on the other, just across from.
Okay.
Ooh.
He saw like something move over there.
Okay. I'm going to instruct him in a whisper to look to see if there's a way he can find me an opening to get in.
Okay.
And then I'm going to chill there.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
And you're opening this door.
Yes.
All right. As you swing that door open, give me another perception check.
Have you learned nothing?
Ooh, that's a. No, that's actually. I thought that was a 3. Okay, so that is a 11.
11. All right.
I definitely gonna move it.
Last time a barbarian opened a door by himself, he got eaten by spiders.
You see a goblin who is frantically trying to collect the old rusty swords that are in what appears to be this former weapons room or, armory.
I see evil.
You do see evil. At least you think he's evil.
I'm gonna yell out that. I'm gonna whisper to my friend here who's up in the door that
Well, we're all up there in the door.
I'll whisper that there is a monster here, and then I'll murder it. I'm gonna
You're
proceed.
gonna whisper?
I'll just say it out loud then.
He Minotaur whispers.
Which is just a shout.
Hey,
I mean, didn't he see you open the door? I think he probably saw
did
you.
he see?
Oh yeah, he's looking straight at
I
you.
don't know what you're whispering for. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what are you whispering for?
I'll say out then that I see him to the rest of the party,
Do I hear anything with my horn of hearing?
and then I'll throw my chains at
You
him.
hear the Minotaur yelling.
You want help? What do you want?
There's a moth here. It's
Okay.
filled with monsters.
He's a minotaur of action,
I'm
okay?
action.
Not a Minotaur of words.
I'm gonna throw my chains at it.
All right,
Of
you're
course you
gonna
are.
hurl chains at him.
Come on. That's like 23.
A 23.
Yeah. I got a +4 to strength.
All right, so the chains just pile the goblin.
That's my fear too.
And at that point, from these little alcoves that would be arrow slits facing out, you notice that there's more goblins that you didn't see with your initial perception check.
I'll yell out then to them. If you attack me, I will use heat metal on those chains.
Just do it anyway.
I will.
They're already firing at you.
Death.
Sounds like there's more goblins back
So
there.
everybody else can roll initiative as these goblins surprise the Minotaur.
That's 16.
That's a 21. 17.
Does a 14 hit you?
Oh, do it? Here.
She'll roll initiative too, right?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You say no? All right. But an 18 does.
Yes, my armor class is 16.
You take 3 whole damage from the goblin arrows.
I will
Initiative
never
is plus
forgive
dex
this
or plus
damage.
proficiency?
Plus dex.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's just
Oh, I got 21 for
17.
initiative.
All right. 21 for initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
She got, what'd you get?
23.
23.
I rolled 2 straight, like a 1 and a 3.
16.
6.
6.
Hey.
What was yours?
17.
17. And yours was 16?
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder what I can do.
There we go. All right. So,
Is a rage a bonus action?
Yvonne, the ranger, half-elf ranger, and her pseudo-dragon, you are up.
Okay. So I only saw something, or all I know is that he saw something in the hall. Can I hear them all the way down there with chains being hurled and
Yeah, you hear the Minotaur's voice echo from below.
All right.
There's a monster, I'm gonna murder it. Is the Minotaur says.
How do you know it's an evil goblin?
Oh, goblins
Why are
are
you-
evil.
why are you attacking him?
I will burn him at the stake.
He might want to open a school.
No.
Basically hiding in the shadows, trying to be stealthy, and just to give me a sense of what's in the area. But this time I want her to listen. So that's a nat 20.
All right.
Thank you. It's about damn time.
So she moves over to the hallway. Is that right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's like up in this corner.
Okay. And that door is standing open,
Okay.
and so she can see down the hallway.
Okay.
And her keen ears pick up something on the spiral staircase.
Oh, no.
It sounds like there's something relatively large on the staircase.
Okay. And has she noticed any way that I can get into one of these windows yet?
Well, from the outside, you think you could probably just start breaking your way in if you're not concerned about doing it stealthily.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see if I can distract whatever the thing is on the staircase, since they're already engaged down there and I don't know how bad it is. So I'm going to see if I can just start banging on the window and tell her to kind of be ready to bolt out of there before it gets too bad.
Okay, sounds good. So go ahead and give me a strength check.
All right. This one.
I'm going to save my ultimate move for later. I
That's a
won't need
3
the chains
plus
yet.
nothing. Oh, plus 2. That's a 5.
All right, so you do a lot of banging, but you don't do much opening.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, and Slayer, you're faced with 4 goblins before you.
Dang, that's rough. Okay. Ooh,
One of which is trying to crawl out from under your chains.
that's no bueno.
You didn't even keep one. You didn't even keep one piece of chain to whip around. You just threw it all, huh?
Yeah.
He's got a 100-foot line of chain.
I'm going to just cast heat metal on the chains.
You're gonna cast heat metal
Fry 'em.
Yes.
as a barbarian.
Well, he's got the ring.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You have the spell scoring ring.
2d8.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, what's it say? He's got a, does he have to make a save?
It takes
I don't know. So
any
yeah, you just
creature in
roll
physical
your 2d8.
force, that'd be 11 damage.
The chains keep their shape.
I'd assume so.
Well, it just heats them, it doesn't melt them.
Yeah, it doesn't melt them. It just makes them hot.
I don't know.
Red hot.
I don't know
If
if
it's-
it's gonna be all like a pound of metal encasing this.
It's not overkill.
So
11
you
damage.
use your spell ring for the first time, casting heat metal on your pile of chains, and the room fills all the way out to the door, the outside door where you guys are, with the stench of cooked goblin.
Delicious.
Yum! You gonna go get a bite of that?
At which point, the 3 goblins that fired their bows at you screech, "Grognak, come! We're under attack!"
Grog.
Sorry, guys, I really tried.
Oh, man.
I'll just come from but it'll be fun.
Can I bonus action rage first?
What's that?
Can I rage first?
Rage, whatever.
I'm gonna do that.
Barbarian.
I know.
You can rage as your bonus action. It's still your turn.
I'll do that. Yes.
And Goliath. There are halfling druid is up.
They were gonna change into the
I'm
bear.
very concerned for this drop neck.
We'll walk our way towards
I can't speak their filthy
Towards here.
languages.
All right.
ready in action.
Okay, so you're just going to ready an action to, I'm assuming to attack anything that moves?
Yeah.
Other than the Minotaur?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if I could somehow use the chain.
Including the
Including the
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
No retreat. If you come back here, I'm gonna eat you.
No going back now.
No.
All right. Well, this goblin is cooked under your pile of chains.
Ooh. I wonder if I could like kick my chains into one of the other goblins.
These
Hey,
goblins,
how hot is that floor now?
But I just moved my shoe.
those goblins kind of kite the room, and they take aim with their arrows and fire. Again, only one of them hits you. Apparently, they're not the best archers.
Only one is a good archer.
And that one does 5 damage
Damn.
as the arrow grazes you again.
I'm gonna point at the one that keeps hitting me and say, "You're next." How would one stir fry a goblin?
Chop it up and stir fry like normal. What do you mean how?
Like, it's,
Trying to get my miniatures out of here.
I don't think you use chains. If that's your question. I think you take the chains off first.
but what if you put the
Take
chain?
the chains off her.
What if you put the chain? It'd be like a oven roast, you know?
I
Like
don't
a
think
pork
so.
belly.
No, I don't think so.
My goblins got all tangled up in the other miniatures here. Alright. And Grognak and his friends come charging down.
Oh no!
So the bear.
Grognak.
Bugbears.
Well,
They,
Bears.
they should be after me. I'm the real danger.
they should be hug bears.
Hug bears.
And there's also a group of goblins that comes running down with them.
Oh my god.
Grognak, what are you doing having friends?
And the goblins all menace you with their weapons, basically using the help action to give the bugbears advantage on their attacks.
Well, Grognak forever. Scotland.
So a 19 hits you, correct?
Well, I have an action ready.
I know that's true. So you get to attack whichever one you want on as they charge you.
Intimidate the hell out of them. Eat their faces.
I could intimidate them.
No, you can't. You had your turn.
It's a 17, that's 21.
You definitely hit.
12 damage.
12 damage. All right, which one are you hitting? The one with the
Whoever is
Morning
trying to
Star
hit
or the
me.
axe? Both of these are trying to hit you.
The Morning Star.
All right, you're gonna hit this guy.
Yeah.
All right.
And then now I get to roll the second attack.
Yes. Are you
It's
ready?
multi-attack, right?
Right. Because of multi-attack. Nope.
Well, unless an 8 hits a bugbear.
An 8 does not hit a bugbear. So both of them hit you, but they don't do a whole lot in the way of damage. One does 5 points of damage, and the other does 5 points of damage. So you take a total of 10 damage from those 2 hits. And this bugbear hits you, the Minotaur. And he does a lot better job of
Yeah,
hitting.
I saw that.
That's 15 damage.
While you're raging, you take half.
Oh yeah.
You forget this every time. That's like your thing as a barbarian.
7.
And Cyrilli, our tiefling warlock, is up.
The
Kill
numbers
them all.
confuse
We
me.
didn't hear that from you.
No, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to, if I stand behind the bear, can I see what's up? Can I like get into that room at all, or can I see into the room at all if I move up?
There is room next to the bear here, and you can move through the bear square.
Can I stand behind the bear and still look
Try
into
to
the
take
room?
cover behind the bear.
Well, I don't want to block the paladin because he will do. I mean, I feel like we
You
both.
could jump on the bear. You could steal our combo attack if it'll let you.
No, I don't want to take y'all's stuff, and I can do range.
The bugbears are about 7 feet tall, so as long as the bear's not standing up, you can see over
Are you
there
standing up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
and hit one of the bugbears.
I don't feel like they were that close that I can like stand on him.
I'm pretty sure the bear blocks line of sight to the goblin.
That's fine. I'm gonna attack. Which bugbear did you?
The one with the morning star.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Hex on the bugbear with the Morning Star.
All right,
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
sounds good.
Ba-ba-dum. That's an 18.
So once again, Cyrilli weaves a web of darkness over the bugbear, hexing him, and then blasts with her eldritch attack.
Yeah, now I have to remember how to do that. It's D10, right?
D10 plus a D6.
Yeah. There we go. D10 plus my D6 plus 3. That's a 6. That's a 6. That's a 12. Plus 3 is a 15.
All right, and since he's already been mauled by the bear,
Wait, sorry. Plus 3 is wait, yeah, it's 15.
all right.
I can levitate my chains.
So he has a large gash in his side from the bear's attack, and then you smash him in the face with your force bolt,
Yeah.
ending him. And the little goblin that was standing next to him, helping him, looks really scared now.
Cool. And then my hex goes to the one that's next to the Minotaur.
Okay.
And they have disadvantage on strength.
All right. So you move your hex over there.
Yeah. I can see that, right?
Yeah, you can poke your head in the door enough to see that. Plus, you have a general idea of where the Minotaur was from his loud attempt to whisper.
I'm good.
Because I look around and go, hey, I wonder where that ranger went.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, Oric.
She's coming. It's fine.
Very out.
If you
Hear
can't
her
knock,
banging on the window?
you can't knock out the bars, you can always climb all the way around and just come in the big hole in the wall. I'm just gonna
Never surrender.
yell something about ooze and run over here. So I'll grab my amulet when I run and, you know, it's ooze time, and I'll summon it back here
All right.
behind him.
Drowned the goblin.
Do you have these?
I do have the ooze. I just forgot to get out of the box. So for now, we will use that to represent the ooze.
Cool.
I wasn't prepared for the ooze.
Nobody's ever prepared for the ooze, let me assure you.
See, this is why I didn't go into the room.
And then I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself. And
Actually, here, this will do a better job because the ooze is a large, size large, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That'll work.
I'm over closing the door and talking
And then I'll cast Shield of Faith and look intimidating.
All right, so you summon your ooze and cast your spell to protect yourself.
Yep, that's it for me then.
Big gray pile of goo appears behind the bugbear,
Thank you.
Never expect that.
and you call the warlock evil.
Oh, then can the ooze attack, or does it have to wait?
It can attack on the turn you summon.
Okay, well then, I'll get its stats and I'll have it attack.
It,
18.
The ooze hits
Nice.
as it forms a pseudopod-like fist and punches at the bugbear.
Yeah, so it'd be a 21. 1d6. And then it's wearing armor, right? I'll have it attack the bugbear.
Let's see, the bugbear is wearing hide armor, so it's not.
Okay. Alrighty.
Well, I guess the ooze would still dissolve his armor, yes.
Okay. All the better. 12 damage.
All right, the bugbear is wounded and his armor is starting to dissolve from the acidic touch of your ooze.
-1 to AC. And, yeah, that'll be it.
All right, and now we're back to Yvonne the Ranger and her trusty sidekick, Lucy the Pseudo-Dragon.
Alright, first things first, I'm gonna try again on that window. Oh, okay, 20? Not
Alright.
that. But, yeah.
So, hanging on to the outside of the building, you finally gain a good enough balance to give it a good whack with all your strength, and you bust the window open.
Okay. if I can send my distance on the pseudo dragon. I want to send Lucy down the stairs, and it's 60 feet flying. So
that ends up with us, right?
Huh? Yeah. I would like to. I don't know if I need to make a stealth check for this. I want her to sting somebody.
Sting somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
So yeah, you would just make a attack roll.
okay.
Sneak attack.
But I would like it to be. Yes, I want her to do it stealthily because I'm trying to keep her from getting snatched.
It'd be a rogue.
So yeah, she's gonna come in down here.
Okay. And so
What's the AC?
they don't get flyby attack, do they?
No.
Okay.
Nope. It's a melee weapon attack basically.
Okay.
The reach is 5 feet, one creature, and it's a +4 to hit. So 23.
That's gonna hit. She soars down the stairs and stings the bugbear in the back.
Okay, so she's aiming for the most vulnerable looking spot, probably like right on the back of the neck. Where there's so that's 3 piercing, and they have to do a Constitution saving throw, or they are poisoned for an hour.
Let's see, he gets a 13 on his con check.
Okay.
Is that enough to save? So yeah, so she's fairly well hidden at this point because that didn't do enough damage for him to really notice.
Okay, that's fair.
Considering he has a paladin in his face.
Okay, now.
And a gray ooze behind him.
Is there any chance that I can move, or was that all of my movement to get in?
I would say you still have about 20 feet of your movement left.
Okay, so I'm gonna do. Alright.
You can move 2 more if you want, because those are only 5.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, alright, cool.
Alright, and Slayer, the Minotaur, who is surrounded by goblins and bugbears.
Would it cost an action to close the door?
You can close the door with an interaction.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
that's part
close
of
the
your
door.
movement.
I'm gonna close the door.
Alright, so you just slam the door on the
Yeah.
3 guys in the...
And then I'm gonna stab the bugbear closest to me.
Okay.
He could be a nice bugbear.
No, he's not. Demon. Natural 20.
Nice.
Then you double your rage bonus too.
Ooh.
2d8s
That'd be 15,
plus 8
15, 23,
plus what? 6?
27. Yeah, 27.
29.
29.
29 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I smell
insane.
evil.
So the bugbear just runs this, the Minotaur runs the bugbear through,
I'm gonna just look at the goblin.
sending his sword all the way through the bugbear's stomach, and then as he pulls it out, he basically cleaves the bugbear in half.
Yes.
At which point the goblins now look completely terrified.
Just want you to know, my pseudo dragon is sending all of this. It's very, very entertaining.
You're not going to try to hook one of your goblins and throw them?
Oh yeah.
That's annoying.
I'm
Never use them, but you
Oh, yeah.
got them.
I can't. I have to make a dash action. Yeah, I can't do that.
You could have hooked them and thrown them into the ooze.
Oh well.
It's very sad.
Alright, and Goliath, the halfling.
You still have a bugbear that's alive, right?
Yes, a
Covered
wounded
in
bugbear
ooze.
stands before the
Don't let them
paladin.
escape.
Armor's almost fallen off.
11, 16.
That's going to hit.
Murder him.
8, 4, 13.
Have this ooze.
Push him in the ooze.
13. And then we got the claw.
That's
We
cool.
got the bite.
If you had your push, you could have pushed the
Reroll
goblins
that
into the
one.
ooze. That would have been
How
great.
can I dash with a
8,
single
5, 13.
space?
13.
I'm saying if you
that hits.
had the ability,
So
you
you
could have
bite
pushed them into
and
the
claw the
ooze.
bugbear.
Yeah. For another
20 kill
9.
him in
9 total.
Yeah, well, 9 on the bite and 13 on the other, so 21, right?
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing left of that bugbear.
They can't escape either because the ooze is at the stairway.
And at that point,
How the tables have turned.
you've closed the door, so you have no idea where these goblins are.
Do we know which one looked like he was named Grognak? They have a
that
little
was the
nameplate or
bugbears, right?
something.
I'm assuming that was one of the bugbears.
You never know. Maybe it's a very important goblin that came running down.
All right, and all three of these goblins are going to use their bonus action to disengage,
Gosh darn it.
and they are going to run out this door and then dash out of the fort.
All you cowards!
I think
after
we can
them.
still hit them from here.
And you're pretty sure you hear one of them say, "Run for your lives!"
Can I throw a javelin at them?
At which point,
Yeah, they disengaged.
the ranger upstairs sees two figures, one of whom, or both of whom, come out of this room. You hear a door open, and you hear him say something to her in Goblinoid, and he goes down the hall and literally vanishes when he gets to the end of the hall.
Awesome.
She starts to move down the stairs.
Oh, you're in for a world of hurt, friend.
And you hear her starting to cast a spell of some kind as she's coming down the stairs.
Okay.
Follow after one to disappear. Leave no memo.
So she gets an opportunity attack, though, right? I never.
Well, they weren't in melee range.
Yeah, she wouldn't be in melee range because she was 5 feet away from the door there.
Wasn't quite able.
Can make it.
Definitely would have next stepped.
All
Alright.
right, and as she finishes her spell, this room is just engulfed in darkness.
Cool. I
Good
can
thing
see
my
darkness.
ooze has
Can
blind
you see in
sight.
magical darkness? Is it you have? Do you
I
have the
can
devil
smell
sight?
evil.
I have I just have my normal people.
Oh yeah. So
Not
Ooze
magical.
has no eyes.
It has
We
blind
established
sight,
that,
so
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
The ooze can see.
the ooze can see.
Yeah,
Thank God.
yeah.
Bears only have keen smell. They have nothing for sight.
Well, you could sniff it out.
Yeah, I can smell.
All right. At which point, our tiefling friend
Me?
Cyrilli hears voices from behind her,
Dope.
and you hear a voice say, "The evil tiefling casted darkness. Watch out, my friends."
Oh, friends.
God, is that you?
Friends.
You casted the darkness?
Oh, yeah, I'll like turn around and be like, what did you do?
I have
Evil tiefling.
I have one.
It was the
I have
pilgrims.
2 spells. I'm not gonna waste
The
one
pilgrims,
of them
they
on
came
darkness.
back for you.
Oh, probably. Behind me, right? I hear the voices. Is it close enough that do the voices sound here close enough that they're right behind me?
Yes, they sounded like they were literally right behind you.
Cool. I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to Eldritch Blast just directly behind me.
All right, you're just gonna fire.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
He said friends. He said.
Actually,
Friends.
you're in such
And
tight
those.
quarters that don't even roll with disadvantage. 'Cause
He said the word friends.
Oh my god.
That's 8
Praise
plus
the Lord.
5 is 8, 9, 13, 9, 10,
13.
11. Yeah, 13.
all right.
Does that hit something?
From what it sounds like to you, your Eldritch Blast, like you hear what sounds like a punch, which is common for your Force Blast.
Cool.
Friends.
Can I make a roll?
You roll for your damage.
Cool.
It sounds like you just Eldritch Blasted somebody in the chest.
Oh no.
The 4 plus 3 is a 7.
7 damage.
Yes, 7 damage. They're not hexed because I can't see them.
See.
And you hear a voice cry out, "Oh!" and another one say, "To arms!"
I don't like being called evil.
You literally
It's not
scared
my,
a pilgrim.
It's not me, it's my job.
You don't have light or anything, do you?
Is that what you say?
Me as a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Look,
was like, I didn't.
Does
I don't
light
even
dispel
have that
magical
spell.
darkness?
No, no.
You hear a voice call back to you. Don't try to fool us. We know that you work for Bianca.
The keys? No, I know how to use my articles correctly.
All right,
We're
and
here to hunt Bianca. I can't say it though. It just sounds like bears.
Yeah, you just growled.
all right, and Auric, you're up, and you are in the magical darkness.
Well, does the ooze sense anything with its blind sight?
Yeah, the ooze senses another bugbear on the stairwell.
That's a bugbear?
That's a female bugbear.
Interesting.
And then the pseudo dragon has blind sight too, for 10 feet. So it could see it as well, I guess.
Alright, cool. So it's sending mental images to the party. There you go.
So now we see it.
Yeah.
I like it.
With a like, little tail point. Go that way. Shoot that way.
We'll have the ooze on over and try and hit her.
All right.
It's a concentration spell, I think.
I have no idea. That doesn't really matter. The ooze is attacking. That is a 10.
10?
Yep.
That does not hit her.
Well, he'll sit there anyway. And could I try and like amble my way over to the sound of the friendlies talking?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me. Just give me a perception check with disadvantage to see if you can figure out if you can go the right direction.
3.
All right. So you are wandering about the. Let's see which direction you go. All right. So you're facing this way to start with. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. So you move this direction.
Okay. So I run into a wall. Can I pick a different direction after I hit wall? I mean, yeah, this doesn't look quite right.
You still have enough movement, yeah.
Alright, well then I'll just roll again. I'm like, yeah, this wall wasn't here before. That's a natural 1 and also a 20, so both sides of the spectrum.
Alright, so you go back this way. How much more movement do you have?
I have
About that much?
15.
Yeah, so you end up right back at the bear.
Okay, well, we're like, oh, I found my way back, just as I planned.
Alright, so you're stumbling around in the darkness?
Well, this is my action. I'm gonna dash. I'll dash. I'll be like, I found the bear. I'm gonna try again.
Alright, you're just gonna use...
I can't do anything else. I'm in the darkness. I was like, well, third time's a charm. 14.
14?
Yep.
Alright. And you kind of stumble out of the darkness, bumping into the tiefling along the way.
I'm like, oh, I found it. I'm like, what are you doing? They said they're friends. Do I see anybody?
You say that?
Yeah.
Alright, when you step out of the magical darkness, there's a group of what look like some sort of
Blonde pretty boys.
dashing swordsmen.
It's a boy band.
Does it look like they have any like insignias or anything on them that I can
Is
see?
one of them hurt?
Yeah, one of them is trying to catch his breath, and behind them is a female knight in some sort of shiny blue plate mail.
Oh, well.
That's
Shiny
not
blue
good.
playmail. They're like, oh, I'm terribly sorry about my companion here. Please, I'll heal your companion after I regain my senses from that darkness.
And you asked about symbols.
Yeah.
The woman in plate mail has a gold harp on her breastplate.
The do-gooders.
I will change my god for that woman.
So you say that about apologizing for your friend.
Yeah, she's quite slow sometimes. I apologize.
The woman in back says, "We know you work for that mage Bianca."
Oh no, I don't work for any of them. In fact, one of her buddies, we just had a run-in with him. It didn't go well for him.
She says, "I assume you refer to what was his name?
Giovanni.
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 I assume you refer to Giovanni."
Yeah. Did you see his face?
Yeah, we think that that he turned traitor against you, and you finished him off.
Ah, well, I don't know about that. We did just spend the last 4 days spending all of his coin, but...
All
You're
right.
free to believe what you want, I guess, but we do have a bounty on them, and we've collected.
All right. So you're trying to convince them.
Yeah, I mean, we got the bounty.
All right. And so now we are back to the top with the ranger.
Alright, I'm gonna make a stealth check and see if I can sneak down the stairs and shoot this woman in the back.
All right.
That's gonna be
You're in danger.
It's a 10.
10.
Yeah.
Well, apparently she is very proud of herself by casting darkness on everyone else. She does not notice you.
Sweet.
I rolled a 4.
Wow.
Nobody will ever see me now.
So where would that put me? I guess I'll just be in the block of this to stand for.
Exactly.
Okay. Alright. How far away from her can I actually get to shoot? No, she's squishy. She's a magic person. Alright.
Yeah, you're. The staircase kind of spirals around a little bit, so
Yeah.
you can basically kind of lean from where you're at and look down.
Alright.
So you're about 10 feet from her.
Alright, first I'm casting Hunter's Mark. So I deal an extra d6 whenever I hit her. And that's a thing. Then I'm gonna do. Does more damage. I'm gonna shoot her with my longbow. That's a 20 to hit.
You definitely hit.
What do I say the other one was? D6. 8 plus. So that's 9 damage. Do I have advantage on that because she doesn't see me? Or think about that.
Well, you hit already, so
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay.
So you did 9 damage.
Yep.
Okay. So she kind of staggers down a couple of steps and looks pretty badly wounded by your arrow. She grips tight on her staff and seems to maintain concentration on the magical darkness. All right, and
I tell her I'm going to kick her down the rest of the stairs if she doesn't let go of the spell.
Kick her into the ooze.
Yeah.
You're no longer stealthy then.
That's true. That's true. I'm pretty sure after I shot her, she's got to have some idea of the fact that I'm there. So, you know.
And Slayer.
I'm gonna try to make
Minotaur.
my way to the withered person.
Are you gonna try to make it to the wizard person?
Yeah.
Forgetting that there's an ooze in your way?
I feel like
Yes.
you follow me.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what direction he goes in.
7.
7. All right. And we're using this as your facing.
More like 6, but you know.
All right. So 1, 2, 3. You move this direction. You do run right into the ooze.
I know where I am now.
How much damage does he take for touching the ooze?
I don't know. Do I roll damage? It just the acid damage is from the attack that it makes.
It doesn't do damage if a person tries to melee attack it.
Well, the weapon does.
Okay.
Their weapon takes damage.
Okay. Well, you're wearing a breastplate, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll say your hooves are singed. But since none of your metal is down there,
I'm okay.
you're safe for now. But you definitely know that you went the wrong way. Or actually, you know you went the right way. You just realize there's an ooze between you and her.
Can I try to like walk through the ooze now towards her? Because I know where I am.
You're gonna wade through my ooze?
Yes.
I mean, that's gotta do some damage if you're gonna wade through the
Yeah,
ooze.
if you're gonna wade through the ooze, you will take the damage of its regular attack. But you can get there if you want to.
I'll
Can
do
you
it.
jump it? Can you like launch yourself into it?
Jump in the darkness.
If he's right in the middle, do I just roll the damage, or do I still have to roll to hit with it?
No, he's walking on the ooze, so it's basically an automatic hit. It's a big pile of gooey acid.
10 damage.
Understandable.
You're raising, so you take half.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you, or is that just
That's just for physical damage. I don't think
so
he's
you don't take half?
I'm still ready to fight.
He has to be a bear totem barbarian in order to be resistant to acid.
And I'll just smash her with my warhammer.
All right, you hit the bugbear witch.
Oh, yeah. Can I do non-lethal with my warhammer?
Of course.
Melee. You can do non-lethal with any melee.
15. That's like a 19.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
There's not an issue of lethal and non-lethal.
That's 8 damage.
All right, that's enough.
That's 10 damage.
All right, that's enough to finish her off. So in the blind darkness,
Unconscious.
you swing your warhammer, knock her a few steps back. She almost lands in your lap, and you now have room to step out of the ooze if you want to.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
The use is like there anyway, so you're gonna be up there.
All right. Also, the magical darkness disappears. You can now see the boy band of swashbucklers behind you.
Cool. Are we still in combat?
Um,
I did hit them.
You did hit them. So let's not leave initiative order just yet.
Oh no.
All right, so Goliath, you are up.
I'm just hanging loose, ready to action.
All right, so you're just gonna.
Yeah, because all I can do is growl at these people, so you're gonna have to
Just
handle
turn
it.
around and just kind of like sit there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like sit.
All right, so you kind of turn to face them and just sit down.
Just sit.
Okay. Are you gonna ready your action?
Yeah, if somebody attacks, I'll
All right, so if one of them attacks, you're gonna attack them back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dope.
If they attack one of them.
Yeah, if anybody attacks.
All right, and it's their turn.
Oh no.
So,
I mean, I guess I can communicate telepathically with anyone, so I can tell them that we mean no harm and that it's here for.
Well,
if you think a bear telepathically communicated to them, it's going to convince them that you're.
we might do
doubt
no
it.
harm.
I doubt
I'm there. I'm like, I got the paperwork. I'll show you the paperwork.
I was about to ask, do you have the paperwork?
We got the letters and stuff. We
Got the
stole.
tax papers.
Yeah, we got receipts, I assume, for the bodies.
Well, the woman with her long silver hair and her blue shiny armor says to you, "What's this paperwork you speak of?"
The bounty. They've all got bounties on their heads. Surely you know of it.
Well, of course we know of it, but we have no reason to trust that you are up to any sort of good in all of this.
Boy, how will I prove myself? Do you want me to kill her? I mean, she's kind of a big hindrance, if that's what it's gonna take. I mean, I wouldn't be too opposed.
See? Willing to turn on your friends.
She's not much of a friend. Like you said, the evil tiefling.
I assume she is the one that cast the darkness.
Ah, well.
I got 2 spells.
You see, there was a mage further inside, but we've taken care of it. It's sleeping right now, if you want to see the body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he knocked it out.
I heard.
Sleeping.
Yes.
Did you put a spell on her?
No, I don't have any such magic. That would be cowardly of me.
If you boy.
Drag out the body.
If you boy.
Search it first, though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna search it first.
You're gonna search
You're up there, so you gotta do that.
You're gonna search the bugbear witch.
Yes.
All right.
The witch.
Wait, who's closer?
Well, you're both there. I mean, you both could do it, I guess.
Only if he doesn't roll.
Especially since
I got
he's got 8 intelligence, so you probably should.
I got like let's go survival. What would I add to that? Like survival?
Investigation.
Investigation. Ooh.
As you reach toward her to investigate, I stop you and go, no, she could be cursed.
11.
Did you hear the ranger? She said she could be cursed.
But which? No. We'll burn the body later. It'll be okay.
I rolled a 7, so have it.
I got 11.
Neither one of you seem to find anything of import other than her staff that she was holding.
Does she have a spellbook?
She does not appear to have a spellbook.
Are we at a point where it would need to take an action to attack her?
Yes. You gonna tie her up with your action?
Yeah,
Okay.
when we get there.
All right.
I feel like, right? Because they still have their stuff.
Right.
I'll take the staff and start dragging her out.
I mean, she's not holding on to the staff. Are you gonna staff in one hand, her in the other?
Yeah, I'll put her on my back and just sort of,
You just kind of throw the body over your shoulder.
like a coat.
I look at you and I go, hey, big and tall, take it easy. We still need her alive. I got questions. She's got a friend. I don't know where he went. He literally vanished.
Too many words.
No hurt, ugly bear thing on shoulder.
Evil. I'm gonna just drag it out now.
Back through the ooze.
Back to the ooze.
Not yet.
You're not gonna move through the ooze
I'm gonna
again?
ask you to move your ooze.
So where are we with these people?
All right. So that was his turn. So you're up.
You're sitting. No, we already did
Seriously.
We did it. Yeah, you guys, you talked and then
this. I didn't do anything.
all three of you. Oh, you didn't talk.
I didn't talk.
I just talked,
I'm offended.
back to
Oh no, don't let her talk.
I'm gonna curse at them in Infernal.
Okay.
Oh, that's
You're
kind
not
of-
helping your case here.
And kind of
I
just
mean,
like spit at their feet.
you're making. I'm gonna turn around and smite you, and you're gonna be like the small child in the manor last week.
Hey,
The
they
children.
called me an evil tiefling. That's racist, okay? And I thought we were above that. In this
You-
From what I
race.
gather, you're definitely a little evil.
I'm
You
not
literally-
evil. It's my 9 to 5 job.
You intimidated a bunch of
Pilgrims.
pilgrims.
They were
Poor
being
pilgrims.
nosy.
What do you mean? They were looking at us.
I didn't say anything intimidating. I
All right.
just said something in Infernal.
Are all of you saying this in character?
Yes.
Okay. As the three of you are having that conversation, the two guys in front reach behind their backs and pull out the brown robes and kind of wave them at you.
Hey, do you guys, I look at them and I'm
See,
like,
she's so terrible. I waved at you guys. I wanted to be
I
friendly.
just said, did you guys like chicken? I said I love chicken.
Oh my god, has that freaking ooze moved yet?
So what is the harp? Are you gonna jump over here?
What? I'll just. There you go. I'll move it a little so you can get
The
down from
Harpers
the
are the
steps.
good doer guild.
Well, I mean, you'd know what the harp is. You lived in Waterdeep.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The Harpers are the do-gooder people. Yes.
I'm not actively I'm not actively being evil.
You hit one with a eldritch blast.
They called me evil. Yeah, I'm gonna defend
You're
myself.
passively leaving a strong impression that you are.
I'm just gonna grumble and move to the back of the party. I'm just like, I'm done with this. Like,
So you're trying to run away.
So you're just gonna walk over here and sulk?
yeah, I'm just sulking in the back now, just like grumbling and infernal and
That's
and
not
deep
good.
speak, just like grumpy.
So I communicate with the leader.
As a bear.
I tell her, yeah, because I can do it telepathically, so she can hear me.
You're like, hey, what up? It's me, the bear.
I just tell her, listen, we're on a quest. This is getting old. Either you're gonna leave, or we're gonna kill you.
What?
Yeah.
Well, he's telepathically down, and I'm like, you know,
Can I
we're
grab
still
my
standing.
chain?
He wants us to kill her.
Or is
We'll
that
do it.
like,
Only the leader
oh
can
my
hear it.
god.
What? Okay, that's worse than what I did.
Can I sense the evil
fine.
I
thoughts
was
being
being like a salty
exchanged?
teenager. I mean, I'm down with killing him.
You're down.
I still have a hex going on.
And you guys said you weren't evil.
Can I move my hex?
You certainly can.
I'm gonna move my hex to the leader.
You know what?
If we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Can
Wait.
Can
We
I
didn't hear
smack?
anything yet, though.
Yeah, we don't know.
that
You don't
this
know
is happening.
anything yet. We will see what the leader says.
Yeah, I know, but I can still move my hex. They don't know that I hex them, right?
Well, it's magic, and you're giving them disadvantage on something.
I'm gonna hex the one that I hit.
Okay.
So he already feels bad.
Can I stab her?
You don't know that I did that.
She walked by you. You could use an
I
opportunity.
can sense the evil.
Alright, so
Trying to live my
are
life.
we still in a turn order of any sort at this
No,
point?
at this point everybody's just talking.
Alright, I'm gonna reach up and gently see if I can pull the bugbear out of his hands or off of his shoulder so I can try to like drag her away and interrogate her.
All right.
Not gonna
No.
give her over.
You're not gonna give her over.
Or you could
Okay.
bring her up front and interrogate her in front of them so they could see it at least, maybe.
Then I'm gonna just tap you on the shoulder and go, you, stand there, put down, need to question.
I'm not a child woman.
Well, stop acting like one, you freaking oaf.
Oh my god.
Then I'll be nice if you be nice.
I'll bring the bugbear and I'll set it in front of the Harpers
Okay.
with the good people.
With the good people.
And at this point, I come up to them and I say, listen, I don't know who you people are, but all I know is that this woman is trouble, and you don't look like you're as much trouble as this thing. So we need to ask it questions, because she's got a friend who turns invisible.
She has a friend?
Well, there was somebody else. I was upstairs, because, you know, smart people go to the second story. I'm just saying. But, so,
Like this one.
this guy, he was walking down the hallway with her, and when he got to the end of the hallway, there was nothing there. Like he wasn't there. He was gone. Yeah, like something magic. I'm not a fan of this.
You would have noticed that he was also wearing red robes like she was,
And I say that.
and his robes were considerably nicer than hers. They had like gold trim.
Okay, I also have a feeling he's trouble, because his clothes were way fancier.
And he had kind of pale skin and a bald head.
I say that too.
He's a leader.
Okay. Sound familiar to anybody? Dude?
I'm just grumpy.
The woman in back says, "Well, that sounds like Manfred."
Do we have
Go
a Manfred
on.
anywhere?
Ah, good. We're looking for Manfred.
Hey!
Manfred.
Can we pull up the letter? Like, we know a Manfred.
Who's got the
We
letter?
tore this off somebody, but obviously as a bear, I can't do that. You're gonna have to give it to her.
Oh, I'm grumbling in the back, so I can't do that.
I'll take out the paper and show it to them.
Why would I give you the papers? I'll take
Yeah, I was
out the
gonna
paper.
say, when did you get that?
You're not getting
No.
the papers.
Who else is gonna show them?
I was just said I'll take out the paper and
By the
I'll
way,
look
what is
through
my
'em.
affiliation with this party for this moment?
That's totally up to you.
Okay. So hey guys, what's up? I'm a ranger. Yes. Not, I don't know who you are, but you didn't seem terrible. You didn't disappear, so let's be friends. Okay, thanks.
Not all of us can go in through the second floor, Somebody has to take care of things on the bottom one.
I took care of it.
Fair enough, I was a little late to the party, I apologize.
Oh, it's fine, I guess.
So have the Harpers decided they're with us or against us?
Well, just real quick to make sense of where you came from. After they defeated the wizard Giovanni last week, they
Meet us in the
they
bounty
spent-
office, maybe.
well, you guys spent 4 days at the inn spending
Yeah.
spending his account.
So you probably, like, joined one of our party nights and just kind of, like, just stayed.
Yeah,
sound
sounds
like
about
it?
right.
We
But
had a
you guys,
ranger.
I probably just like stalked you because I'm not like I don't know you, so I'm kind of like you guys look interesting. Let's see where this goes. That's pretty much it.
We were throwing a 4-day ranger in an
Yeah,
inn.
we had a
It's like,
4-day
Yeah.
ranger.
Yeah, that's all I need to know. That's enough for me to follow you. You're fun people. Let's see who you kill.
That sounds good to me.
Let's see. So the Harpers say, "What are these letters?" And the woman in charge says, "Bring them to me."
Why don't you come over here? I don't want to. They've still got their swords out.
Stop being so
I don't want
uncouth.
to. I don't want to
Barbarian.
4 people with swords out.
One of
I could
the-
at least put them away.
She appears to be talking to the guys in front who reached out for the papers.
What? What? This is important evidence. How could I just give this away? Will you give it back?
If your story holds up.
Well, I mean, they're letters. They're not to us. We took them off one of the bodies. But I'll look at the letter and I'll kind of memorize it just in case she doesn't give it back, and I'll hand it forward.
You're giving her the one from Manfred?
Yeah.
Take
So
a
that's-
picture of it with your iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only pertinent one in this situation.
Your dragon phone.
So they all put their swords away.
Okay.
The perfect time to attack.
I would call you barbarians, but
That's too many words for you.
Takes one to know one. I suppose.
understand.
Okay, so they have the letter.
All right, so they pass the letter back to her. She reads it. She says, "This Ronaldo, he was one of the 5, correct?"
Oh yeah, he's long dead by now too. We turned in his bounty as well if you were keeping a tab on things.
Well, we were actually.
Oh, that's good. You'd know about the mind spiders then.
Mind spiders?
Oh yeah. He got taken over by one. We took care of that though.
Wait, who's he?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo was taken over by mind spiders.
Oh yeah. It was a real nasty thing.
Into real life. How that sounds.
Should clarify if it's M-I-N-E or M-I-N-D.
D. It was a temple, not a mine.
At this point, I'm leaning against the wall and just listening with a very big grin on my face.
I'm just grumpy in the back.
So, you're saying you found Ronaldo in a temple under the influence of psychic spiders.
Oh yeah. It was quite a shock to us too, let me assure you.
They had very long necks.
For some reason, the bear's humming the Winnie the Pooh theme song.
Yes! My pseudo dragon has been just sending pictures of Winnie the Pooh.
Is there a rumbly in your tumbly?
Yeah, it's just humming the theme song.
As soon as you start humming, my pseudo dragon starts crawling up the stairs to explore and see if it can find honey.
Ah, another rogue.
I'm just sitting in the back, just playing with a tiny Eldritch Blast. Just like
little sparks of dark magic.
Yeah, I'm just grumbling and like, I hate all of this. Actually, I'm gonna open that door and see if anything's still in there.
In here?
No, the
Oh, over there?
yeah, with
There are
the
at least
chains.
3 goblins.
Because I still have my hex, and I don't want to waste it. I want
There's
to
another
still-
door behind there that we haven't been in.
Yeah, but I know that there's something probably in that one. Is there?
No, there's not actually. The goblins.
Are the chains still hot?
The chains are warm.
I kick them.
Whoa.
There's a little tiny goblin-sized chain shirt on the floor near one of the arrow slits.
A little chainmail goblin shirt.
Yes.
That's so cute.
That
I want to
smells.
take that.
It doesn't smell very pleasant, but you can take it.
It's fine. I'm a tiefling. I'm used to bad smells.
It's right at one of the arrow slits. Your assumption is you probably shed it in order to squeeze out the arrow slit to get away.
Well, I guess I'll like wander and explore while they're talking because I'm clearly not involved in this conversation.
My pseudo
probably for the
dragon has
best.
gone into the room that the 2 people came out of, and it's like snooping around. So perception.
It's obvious that the room's been ransacked. It looks like it's been searched thoroughly.
No honey.
No money.
No honey.
No honey. No honey. But it does appear that some sort of device was activated. Like inside the wardrobe, up against the wall, there is a lever, and that lever is in the down position.
Okay. Can she push it up? Can she up it?
You're pushing chains. Strange lever.
Yeah. She's mischievous. I'm telling you, man. All my fun stuff comes from
How
her.
strong is she?
-3. Let's see. Strength is 6.
Go ahead and give me a strength check to see if she can move the lever.
14.
Oh, she's able to push it up.
Okay. Does anything happen?
It makes like the sound of gears, as if something in the ceiling is moving.
Okay. She's relaying this information one at a time, starting with me, then to him, and then to him, but not the other 2. She doesn't like that.
Gee.
I'll look in the other room.
I'm the
Look in the other room.
You're making good
Is that
choices
just,
already.
I'm good at making bad choices.
All right. All
You
right.
get
This
warm,
appears to
fuzzy
be the
feelings
kitchen.
that She sends pictures of honey.
There's
I'm looking.
several barrels that look like they used to be filled with water. They're kind of dank and moldy now.
Yeah, they are.
And there's a fireplace in the corner, and then these tables look like they were once used for food prep. They're all chewed up with like blade cuts.
Is there any honey?
There is a pot under the table.
Is it full of honey?
It might be.
I'm going to look into the pot.
All right.
Is it a dank pot?
There's you do find a pot of honey in there. All the other pots are kind of old and moldy.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Thankfully, honey's one of the things that doesn't age.
Exactly. I'm gonna pocket the pot of honey.
Okay.
She's gonna smell it on you. Just want you to know, things are going down.
There's also a door here, by the way.
Ooh, that looks like a tiny door, a tiny room.
Yeah, probably a closet.
I look into the closet. I'm like, it looks like a closet.
It reeks.
Cool. I close it.
It has the stench of rotten food
Perfect.
that at some point was stored in there.
Cool.
You probably just let out 50-year-old stench.
You know what? I'm totally fine with that. It's everybody else that's not.
Did it scream a little? Like, I thought it should be both. Alright, so what's happening with this party of hard people?
Well, this is all happening. The ooze. You heard about.
are all the very good
I heard about the metal and things anyway that the goblins are doing. So I want him to make his way in here and just start eating all the metal, absorbing it, growing.
All of the chains.
Yeah, everything.
No.
Well, not the chains, but he knows the chains are the minotaurs, but the old swords or whatever else are in there and start absorbing them.
It kind of creates this pod-shaped hand and kind of scrapes scrapes the weapons toward it without.
Well, I mean,
chains.
that's his attack. He makes pseudopods and
Yep.
attacks people. So
I love it.
yeah.
All right, so the Harper leader has studied your letter, and she passes it back through her men and says, "We will trust you for now, but we are gonna wait here. If you bring back Manfred to us, then we think we might be able to trust you."
Can't guarantee he'll be alive.
It sounds like he kind of left already. I don't, or is invisible.
I mean,
I don't know how to deal with that.
With lots of fire.
You're in the pantry. You're out of this conversation.
I'm just saying, not in character. Do we need their trust? We could probably just take them right now.
You probably could take him right now, maybe.
I mean, we can leave him, but we can tell him. Can't guarantee he'll be alive.
I'm
Out
not
of character,
evil.
I'm gonna say let's make how hard have the previous people that you've murdered been? to
Not
kill?
very.
Not very. Okay.
The last guy, I used my beam attack and he died almost instantly.
He died
So,
before his turn.
He died before his spell book got spells put into
You know,
it.
it never
Time before
hurts
that was
to have
pretty rough.
allies. I'm just saying. But you know, you do you, boo.
I mean, you did use a second level spell on him after the bear had mauled him.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of combo attacked him right from the get-go.
That was our plan, the Baird Paladin combo.
Of course, he was a little overconfident once he felled the other tiefling. So
Well, I'll tell her, well, it's a free country. This isn't our fort or anything. You can stay if you want, but, if we find him, may I'll bring him down, sure.
But he's part of the bounty, so we're collecting the bounty.
Yeah, I mean, the bounty's ours. If we get him, it's our bounty, but we can show you.
I just need to be convinced that you are not in cahoots with these upstart nobles who think that they're going to take over the Castellaners cult.
Oh, is that what they want to do? Giovanni told me something completely different.
Not this again.
Well, we wouldn't know this,
I
though,
know.
right? Well, I might know who the Castellaners are
I
because
know.
I'm from
How do you
Waterdeep.
spell that?
Castle ladders.
CASSLEN.
Cool.
CAR thing.
Whatever.
It's a demon cult. They
Yeah,
call it
that
We
all-
played another
Demon
Waterdeep
cults
adventure
are
where they were
bad.
the leader of a devil cult, but we went after a dragon. So
So I'll ask her, I'll be like, what? Where'd you get that information?
Well, that is what we suspect they are up to.
Oh,
A bunch of young nobles who are trying to make a name for themselves after a powerful noble is defeated by a group of spectacular heroes.
Maybe they're just trying to start something good, like a charity or something.
You've not been to Waterdeep very long, have you?
No.
what is there anything that gives you that impression, or is it just a hunch?
Well, the Castellander's former cult has been organizing, and our spies witnessed Manfred convorting with them.
Oh, he seems like the kind who would do something like that. Yes.
So you do know him well.
Oh, well, from this letter, they all seem pretty bad to me. I'll ask him, do you have any idea how they plan to accomplish that?
Well, what we've gathered is they are trying to search for these old arcane academies in order to gain ancient power.
Well, after we slaughtered Giovanni, he was so terrible. I took him to my temple and I questioned his spirit a little. If I gave you some information I got from that, would you trust us a little more?
Which temple?
Let's see. I have two.
What do you like?
I mean, it depends on if on what ones there are. I mean, I have Hala Brightaxe and also Gorm Gulthin. So if either of those are in the city, or both, I mean, they're all dwarven.
I would say Bright Axe's
All right, well,
temples in
I
the
took him
city.
to Brightaxe's temple.
She says, what alignment is Bright Axe, do you know?
She's the goddess of battle and luck.
I want to say she's like in the chaotic good realm.
Could be,
Right.
could be. I mean, all of her followers get scars carved on their arms.
So it's a gang.
No. They're very, complicated ones, and then your ritual in the morning is tracing them and meditating.
So a gang.
So she says, so what did you learn about this?
Well, I mean, are you gonna like us more if I tell you? That was part of the deal.
Do you want me to like you?
It's better than attacking us. There won't be anything to gain from that.
You seem a very straightforward type.
There's nothing gained from beating around the bush.
Spoken like a true dwarf.
Yes, of course.
Is that an insult or a
I can imagine that
My
beating
people.
around the bush would be a dwarven saying.
There's nothing gained from beating around the mine, then.
I was gonna say stone.
Starting to smell honey.
My pseudo dragon has moved into the room, by the way.
I come back and I give him the honey pot as a way to hopefully in the future curve his favor.
Gives you a big lick on the face.
I'm getting those brownie
gotta keep it
points.
PG.
At this point, my character, or my pseudo dragon, is making a perception check for smell of honey. It's a 19.
A 19?
Yeah, it's high enough. I know it's a
Oh yeah, Lucy definitely knows there's honey has been loosed.
Okay.
In this room is, it looks like it's been used recently, likely by the bugbears.
Okay.
There's a curtain there into the next room. It looks kind of just like that. There are some, a few loose weapons laying around, axes and short swords.
Okay.
Probably the bugbears would probably consider them daggers, but they're short sword-sized weapons.
Anything that might indicate what made the grinding noise when the latch was.
Does not appear to be.
Okay. That's fine. Alright. She's gonna go to where the honey is.
Too bad our two missing members are the ones with the jug of alchemy. We have all the honey we want.
That's true.
They're
So
over there.
does she see the bear eating the honey at this point?
I want her to watch me give the bear the honey.
Okay.
And I want to make eye contact with the pseudo dragon as I do it.
Will be a
At this
fight.
point, she's just gonna land on the bear's back and knead into him and be like, "Happy bear, happy life." It's good.
I'm having a good day.
You're getting a snack and your back scratched.
I'm having a good day.
And she's pretending you don't exist.
That's a big move.
I curse at it in Infernal under my breath.
Time to make some chicken.
She does nothing. She curls in deeper.
So we haven't explored where we saw the guy run down the hall, right?
Nope.
We haven't even been to the second floor.
Well, she's been all over the place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how are we
I
gonna know
skipped
about
the
that?
bathroom and the end
Well,
of the
you don't know if it's
hallway.
the bathroom.
Right, fair enough.
I'm gonna use my awakened mind on, I'm gonna talk to you, send you a message, and just be like, man, these people are real sticks in the mud. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. These people suck.
Well, our business is almost done. I'll kind of turn around and can I reply back with a weekend line?
No, it's one way.
Like, our business is almost done. Stop pressuring me. And so I'll turn back to her. I'll be like, so what do you say?
You were going to tell me what Giovanni said.
Yeah, are you gonna like us more if I tell you?
I will like you more.
Okay. Well, based on what his spirit told me, they were looking for the staff of the Magi and the robe of the Magi. And they believed that by going to these temples and looking for some kind of keys, they would be able to gain them.
I don't know if it's multiple keys. They weren't specific enough.
She says, well, that doesn't necessarily contradict our suspicion that they are up to take over the cult.
But now you know what they want, how they could do it.
Yes, those sound like powerful artifacts.
Yeah, I've never heard of them. You know, that's more for the mages myself, but I'm sure they have some use.
Well, as we said, to prove your valor, you return with Manfred in hand, and we will wait here to help you escort him into custody or turn his body over to the new magistrates.
Yeah, we'll see. So far, we're 3 for 3 on the killing side, so we'll see how it goes.
My character's like, hey guys, let's go see where that guy disappeared
Yeah.
then and get some money.
I'll be like,
Beers?
goodbye,
How about beers?
farewell. Oh,
I roll my eyes at them and kind of like hiss as I leave.
yeah, well, we'll make our way upstairs. And,
Good day, and I'm gonna go and collect my chains.
so I'll be like, pay no mind to the ooze if you see it. And then I'll walk off.
Would you somebody move me upstairs as well?
I'm gonna collect my
So that
chains
ooze,
and
you
go up.
can only summon it once a day.
Yeah, but it stays forever.
But I'm saying, I wonder if we should bring it with us.
Oh, I mean, it walks, so I mean, it only goes 10 feet per,
it's gonna take
per
a while.
movement.
Yeah.
That's why
Maybe
I wanted
during
to.
your lengthy conversation, it was like
It was
meandering.
slowly creeping upstairs.
So where do you want to be in line? Do you want to be in front because you're a big old bear? Are you still
Yeah, I
in
mean,
that
I can
many?
walk through in the front. That's fine.
Where are we going?
We gotta
So
head
I'm
down.
basically pointing everyone
Are we going
toward
here?
here, and I'm like, guys, he went that way.
We could both be up. We'll do our
Right.
yeah, our trademark move.
Does anything happen?
The hallway just dead ends into a pair of windows. It seems pretty.
So he doesn't. So, but guys, he disappeared there. I swear.
Well, I'll look around at the end of the hallway then.
Use
Can you
your,
tell us about the lever?
Can you use your magic
No,
thing?
What magic thing?
Your,
they know about
My
it.
divine sense?
Yeah,
So-
can you divine sense the wall?
So Goliath and Orc know
That only
about
tells
it.
me about people.
It's just.
Do we see anything that moved in the ceiling or anything like that? Or? Because we heard gears moving, right?
She did.
I told and I
She
told
told us,
them
yeah.
about it.
Oh, you told him about
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I investigate or perceive at the end of the hall? And
Sure, make an investigation check as you look around at the end of the hall there.
11.
11.
Yep.
All right, you find the 2 windows that are barred at the end of the hall.
Awesome.
How'd he
I
look?
don't
Could he
have-
fit
I'm
through
like,
one of
do I
these
have any magic
windows?
that's helpful? I don't.
Is there any stairs that go down?
The spiral staircase goes up and down.
So it goes down further than this floor?
No. It just,
Okay.
What is that staircase?
Secret.
that
We don't know
staircase?
about
You don't know about it.
Oh,
That's what the S's mean.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
one up here too. Yeah. So we don't know about it.
Yeah, it's not a very well done map for players. Like usually you put these on the map for the DM.
Send your dragon back to flip the lever again.
Okay. I do that.
All right. So the
Goes in.
flips the lever again.
Yeah.
All right. And you hear the sound of gears grinding across the ceiling. It kind of echoes down the hall. Give me a perception check. The 3 of you that are at that end of the hall.
19.
That's
18.
18.
Gosh darn it.
Nice.
All right. So all 3 of you can tell that the gears kind of like the echoing sound comes towards you down the hallway, and then sounds like it is in the wall to your right.
Ooze! I'm gonna call the ooze over. Have it try and go through the wall. It'll eat the stone away if nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, it'll eat a hole right through the stone. And you
Falls out the building.
he basically eats away a secret door.
Good work, ooze.
The reason it was so hard to find is it was sealed tight. The lever releases it. And once the lever's released, then when you press on the wall, it'll open.
Don't need to worry about that if you got an
Little
ooze.
did we know.
Yeah.
You don't need that when you got a news.
Yeah.
Don't need to solve puzzles when you got
Big doors everywhere.
All right. Are we walking through?
Yeah, might as well.
Down?
Can the ooze like?
It's up to you. I'm ready.
Oh, let's
going
do it.
down.
I got my beam ready.
We're going down.
There we go down.
Do you guys want me to send Lucy down ahead of us? See if she can check it all out. All right, cool. Have fun, bye.
It's a bear
And a beam
and a
tester.
beam.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, so the two of you, well, the bear has to move at difficult or at half speed because of difficult terrain.
Oh, good.
This is stairs.
It's thin, narrow.
Because it's too narrow. Your large creature is only 5 feet wide. You're like squeezing
I'll pat you a little bit. Like, you can do it. I believe.
as he
Poor
squishes
bear.
your legs.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got
Still even
strong
at half
legs.
feet,
push
I
from
moved 20
behind.
feet.
Well,
Are the stairs more than
Now
10
this is
feet?
like Winnie the Pooh.
I can send the ooze down. Could it like eat away at the wall some and widen it for us?
It could, yeah.
Put it in
All right, I'll do that
plywood.
then. I'll have it widen up the walls.
All right. Well, it
Way
exposes
to
the
use
stairway
the
to the outside
That's
as
fine.
it eats away the walls.
Oh,
This
there's
could
a
be
nice,
our
nice
castle.
breeze in here now. This is great.
Very cool.
It's less claustrophobic.
Yeah.
All right. Nick.
When you get to the bottom of the stairs, you're now here and realize that there's a secret passage that goes outside. Apparently, that's the way to escape. You know,
Yeah.
if the fort's being taken over.
Wow, I'm so glad we did this.
And there's also a lever on this wall. So as you come down, the secret door to out is on your left, and then there's a lever directly in front of you.
Pull it.
Smack the lever.
All right, you pull the lever.
Yeah.
All right. You're both at the bottom of the stairs at this point, right? And so nobody's on the stairs, right?
Oh, I'm following behind. I'm right behind the bear butt.
I'm behind them.
Okay, so you're kind of at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, give me a dex check.
Oh, goody.
Why do I feel like we're going to fall?
Oh, we're at the bottom already. It doesn't matter.
That's a 7.
All right. Well, the floor kind of moves underneath you as the stairs start to reverse direction. So they're angled this way, and they start to angle down. So you basically are riding the stairs down,
All right.
but you lose your balance. You end up landing on your butt as the stairs sweep down, and you are now in a small hallway underground.
Okay. What? Am I the only one?
Well, they're at the top of the stairs now. Because they were at the bottom of the stairs. You were at
so
the
it's
top,
this way.
so it just swung down.
Okay.
So it basically swung down from going from ground floor to second floor to ground floor to the basement level.
Cool.
Is there a lever down there, or are we stuck like this now?
Well, no, we can
Yeah.
get down. We're at the top.
No, I mean,
We
like,
can just slide.
we can't get back up here, though, can we? Like, how are we gonna get out
I
from?
can climb 30 feet.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Flip the lever again.
Okay.
You could always just leave outside and walk around if you
Oh
need
yeah,
to.
there's
Okay.
also there's
So-
there's a door.
So now I'm below them.
Right, so you're down below them.
All right. And what do I see? I'm in the. I have dark vision. Can I see in the hallway?
It's a very narrow hallway that appears to go about 10 feet and then opens up into a rather large cavernous space.
Okay. I'm gonna send Lucy ahead to investigate the space and listen for anything else that may be down there with us. 20. And then
20?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Lucy starts to move forward and then stops almost immediately as a foul stench wafts towards you, and you can hear the sound of something large kind of shuffling your direction.
Okay. Everyone
Kind of
starts
yell
getting.
over. The undead are down that way.
everyone just starts getting visual images of like heaping mounds of trash and whatever else she's associating with the smell.
Oh, the smell.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I just tell everybody, yeah, come on down, join the trash party.
I'm gonna head down.
All right.
That's fine.
I'm gonna have the ooze eat out the door here, so it's open. Or could we just push it open?
You could just push it open.
I'll push it open, but is it gonna close after?
I mean, it won't lock, but I mean,
I'm having the ooze eat it open. I can't
Alright.
have it closing behind me.
The castle.
The dwarf is claustrophobic to being underground.
No, I just don't want it to close, and I have to try and find it again. I don't know what the wall looks like outside. So I'll push it open. Do I see any like signs of where Manfred might have come outside? Like, is the grass all disturbed or anything? Could I try and make
you
it
can make a
nature?
survival check to see if you find any tracks.
Bear, help me check this out.
I help.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not good with it, so you can check,
that's what
and I'll help you, or if you want. Or...
18.
All right, so put you guys are there trying to check out the outside, and you are in a hallway here.
That is.
Where I'm heading.
Do
And
I
hand me the
see what
tiefling.
the walls are made of?
They look like they're cut stone, as if this was hollowed out by. So it's
So not bones?
these are bones.
Oh, good.
These look like bookshelves that were made out of bones,
Okay.
and there don't appear to be any books on them anymore.
Good.
This is the worst library I've ever seen.
Well, of course not. They're bone shells.
Oh,
The best kind of show.
It's even worse than Dr. Barnes' ratty library.
bad. At least he had books.
Yeah.
They might have disintegrated, but he had them.
And there's also Lucy, the pseudo dragon, also notices a shadow right about here of something that appears to be blocking the light. There appears to be a light source coming from this side,
Okay.
a very dim light source, but that casts a shadow of something large that seems to be moving kind of this direction here.
Okay.
Casting shadow there.
I'm gonna see if I can go into stealth mode, warn her about it, and start sneaking forward to check it out.
All right, so you warn the
Yeah.
warlock. All right.
Yep. I basically look back and I'm like, listen, there's something up there. Check it out. Trying to change your panties in a twist. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm real
More
pleasant.
grumbling and infernal in the shadows.
I summon my pack weapon.
17.
17.
Yeah.
All right, and you are.
I'm like creeping forward. Like the closer, the more information I can get at a distance, the better off I am.
Okay, so do you want to move like along the wall this way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you move along the wall here, you see some sort of like a tentacle.
Oh god. Okay.
It's about the size of a really large hand, kind of stick itself out from behind the bookshelf here,
Okay.
and then with your dark vision, you can tell that at the end of this tentacle, 3 eyeballs open up and are looking around, trying to find whatever's out there.
All right. I'm relaying the information that I just saw to Lucy, and Lucy is relaying that to you and to the rest of you. So you're just seeing tentacles with eyeballs.
I think that I can communicate with that.
So, yeah, I pretty much like. Then you also see me like panicking, like. Yeah.
I'm going to use my awakened mind and be like, I think I can talk to that.
Oh my god! I have like frantic head shaking. No.
I'm gonna walk
You're your
forward. I'm
own
gonna
person.
talk
You just
to
have to
that.
be away from her when she
I-
tries. That's all
I
it
think
is.
it probably knows deep speech.
Can I inch further away from her?
Sure. You have a little more movement, so you're gonna slide further down the wall,
Yeah, just about there.
and you're gonna walk in.
You just want to walk right up to it. Why don't
With
you?
my pack weapon in my hand, my giant glowing red battle axe. And I'm going to, in deep speech, I'm going to say, I'm here, in accordance with my master, and then whatever his name is, I don't remember.
Normal FTF.
Yeah, there we go.
What? That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a thing going on.
Oh, sounds kinky.
And I say that in deep speech, and then I also use my awakened mind to convey the same message.
All right. It's
Because if not, I have my axe.
So wait, you're telling
Are
Yvonne
we
what's going
just
on at
hanging?
the same
We
time?
received
No, I'm
18.
using my awakened
Do we
mind
know
to
anything?
talk to the.
Or are we
the
on our way
creature.
Oh, okay, alright.
Not you.
yeah.
Okay,
You guys
that's
can
fine.
come down if you want.
Well,
Well, I
then
mean, do we see
received
the
Manford,
tracks?
We
Oh,
rolled an
that's,
18.
oh yeah, that's right. You found no tracks in the grass outside.
Bring us
Yeah,
down.
if there's nothing, let's go.
Down
We
there
can.
as well.
What? Do we want to stay in the hallway, or do you want to go into the bones?
Yeah, let's hang here. Let's
The
see what
bones
this
of-
Lucy
So
is
let's see what
literally
she does.
flapping in front of you, like, go, stay
Oh,
there.
one's fine. We're here.
If you guys think about it, either
Should we take
I
this
do
one off?
something cool,
Yeah, we
or
can
I'm
take
out of your hair forever.
Whoa.
True.
Yeah. Either way, that's why I'm staying. We're staying back here.
Yeah.
This looks.
Am I successful?
You are successful.
Yay!
This large beast comes out looking
Holy
just like
cow.
that. It's got a huge gaping maw. It's got 3 legs that kind of waddles on, and these giant tentacles. One is the tentacle with the 3 eyeballs on it, and the other 2 tentacles have these kind of like spiked pads.
Does it look aggro at me?
Give me a insight check.
What's insight?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm not good wisdom.
Great.
That's a 4.
Oh.
All
Can
right.
I get help from my god though? Since I'm using him as like my bargaining chip.
I don't know. See if he's paying attention. Apparently not.
No.
What are you hoping for? Oh yeah, for
Sounds
old
a
buddy,
lunch.
the gaping maw. You know, we run way back.
From where I'm standing, can I make an insight check to kind of like evaluate
Sure.
whether or not? Okay. I got you, girl.
Thanks.
Oh, I might actually have your back. All right. That is a 14.
Okay, you've never seen a creature like this before, but you are familiar with a whole variety of animals, and you know how they behave. And you would guess that it might be angry, but you think it is more likely in pain.
Oh, okay.
Do I know what it is?
Does it seem like it understood? Do I have the sense that it understood me?
Yeah, it actually grunts back to you. It does kind of speak. It appears to have its own language that appears to be a dialect of deep speech.
Okay, so I can like pick stuff out.
Right. Yeah. It's, you're not speaking the same language, but you can kind of.
Yeah, it's like a English or French and Spanish, where like you can understand kind of the same like the gist.
You're right. Or like Portuguese.
Yeah.
Kind of like similar.
Those romantic languages.
Right.
Like I got it.
Oh yeah,
So,
Infernal, the
I
most romantic
pass that
language.
Well, I'm
message.
talking in deep speech.
Well,
I pass
yeah,
that message
they're all
to
the same to
Lucy, who
me.
passes that message to you. That it's in pain, and that's
Cool.
all I know is like.
I'm gonna unsummon my pack weapon.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like hold my hand up to y'all and just be like, hey, calm down. Walk up to it and ask, like, where is it hurting? Like I'm here to help you, like, in the basic sense, just like,
Does it look evil?
I think it looks pretty evil.
you better not.
Well,
It's
I'm trying to do something good for the party.
I guess and
That's why I'm still keeping my distance.
to clarify language-wise, it's actually more comparable to like you're speaking Shakespearean English, and
Okay.
it's speaking like Southern.
Ghetto.
Like,
Okay, so
like-
it's more of an accent.
like yeah, deep, thick swamp talk.
Cool. So I try to dumb down. I use simple words.
All right, and it moves towards you and it opens its huge maw. It's got all these like sharp fang-like teeth, and then it takes one of its tentacles and like points at its mouth.
It has a toothache?
And it says the word tooth and it says the word pain.
Oh, can I like, is it obvious which tooth it is?
If you get close enough
You'd have to bend in and look.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
All
Poke
right.
your head in there.
Give me an investigation check
I wonder.
or perception, whichever's higher.
Where is investigate? Perception's higher. It's a 13.
13. All right, it's not that hard to find.
Cool.
It has like some sort of abscessed tooth, and it looks like it has a book that's like stuck in its gum, and the gum has kind of grown over the book that was stuck in between its teeth.
I see. Okay.
Why there aren't any books on the shelves? It's been eating all of them.
I have, I think I have like I have a dagger. Can I use the dagger to pick it out?
You're gonna stab its mouth.
I'm going to
Let's
like
take it over.
pull myself back out, and I'm going to be like, I will get this out. Like I will help you. You do not hurt. Like, if you hurt me though, like, I won't. Kind of thing. Like,
A dagger is not a long weapon.
I know, but I'm gonna prime into its mouth. Like I will kill you. I don't say that, but I'm just like, I will help you.
All right.
Okay? It might hurt.
All right. It opens its mouth wide, but it kind of shivers like it doesn't want to hurt anymore.
Okay. I guess, is it a medicine check?
Yes.
I guess
this should be interesting.
I got a 0. That's a 5. I'm not rolling good. That dice is going away.
All right. It recoils and it howls. It's like, "Arr!" It makes this like weird screaming noise.
You
Did I
should
do
call one of
anything?
us up. That's good.
I kind of look at you and I'm like, are you good at dentistry? And I turn around to y'all and I'm like, it's got a book in its teeth. Is anybody good with like, is anybody a dentist?
Oh, I apparently am.
No, I don't trust
Why don't you give it
I
some
got
of the
medicine.
sleepy water?
You have medicine.
Oh,
I got
can
medicine.
Can I give it some of the sleepy water?
That's true. You have that potion that would put it to sleep.
Cool. I'm going to turn back to it.
I have another solution to this
What?
matter.
No,
I
I
can-
want to help it.
I could use my
Do you want to drink?
decanter of endless water and try and geyser the book out.
Like a water pick.
Well, yeah.
Do you have a
Then it produced 30 gallons of water and
what's your
push
wisdom?
things.
My wisdom is pretty good. It's a +1, but my medicine's a +1, but like I feel as though because my like I have animal handling, so like
Can you use animal handling?
I feel like that doesn't apply to
No, to a toothache.
But I mean, you could use animal handling to try to keep it calm,
Yeah.
Okay.
and you could assist with your medicine.
Are you a
I'm
medicine?
yeah, I have medicine.
Okay, I kind of like debrief them on the situation, and I'm like, I think once we get this out, like, it might be willing to, like, I mean, not hurt us.
How do I roll?
Do we
Just
So,
real quick.
I'm
Do
gonna
we
come
want
up
to
in
use
here.
the decanter?
And
We'll
Lucy,
do it after.
Lucy's gonna like kind of sit on it and try to like pet it, calm it down.
Kind of need it, kind of
like,
calm it down. I'm gonna talk to it in deep speak to just be like, we're gonna help you through this.
I
Like,
haven't determined if it's evil or not, so I'll help it.
You can use the decanter of water too if you. I mean, you can clean the wound afterwards.
That's not as fun as blasting the book out of its teeth and having it fly across
Like
the
it's
room.
grown over it.
But okay.
Do you want to use it? I mean, you can use the decanter for that instead of the dagger and try to get it out that way. Might be less painful for them.
a water pick.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, use the water pick.
But it's a book.
Yeah.
It's been in its mouth for a long time. I don't think it's readable.
If it's a magic book,
damaged.
Then I don't think a little water is gonna hurt it.
Okay, what are we doing this?
Let's do it.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's up to you all.
All right. So you're orchestrating this. So
Yeah.
you make the roll with advantage
Okay, I have advantage. Cool.
because he's helping you.
And do you want me to do animal handling?
Do an animal handling check and see how well you can keep it calm.
Ooh, that's a 20.
All right.
Okay, it's very calm. Let's do this.
So you might not get bitten.
Lucy helps.
That's a 17.
Nice. So you blast it with the decanter of water. It does not react and try to chomp on her because you're
Yay.
keeping it calm. You get the book out.
Yeah, I have a book and a new friend. I kind of look up at it and I'm like, good, we Gucci.
and it kind of blinks with all three of its eyes, like, and it reaches out with its tentacle, which has like spikes all over this side. It turns over to the back of it and kind of pats you on the head.
I did it good.
What is the rest of the body made out of?
It has like thick leathery hide with kind of like pustule sores all over it.
Ew.
I love it.
Lucy needs a bath.
Can I ask what it calls itself?
It's
I want it to have a name.
it's Otiug.
Otiug, is that his name?
Yeah. I mean, that's actually the name of the creature.
Hey, I'm gonna call him Odie.
Odie.
Cool. What's the book? Is
So,
it anything?
the book is surprisingly still intact. It has a handful of necromancy spells in it. And it's actually relatively easy for you to notice that the book is bound in human flesh.
Is it the Necronomicon?
No.
Oh.
But the Odiug speaks to you and says that the flesh books tasted good. That one got stuck.
Oh, that's so cute.
It just destroyed like a couple hundred years of magic research, but you know.
I pet it back
Couple
and I
hundred.
said that good and that I am. My gods are pleased with you.
Ask him if there are any more flesh books laying
Yeah,
around
I'm-
anywhere.
And where does he live?
Yeah, like.
In his
Oh,
skeleton.
I asked
Yeah.
if he's seen somebody else come through here.
He says smell, not see.
I asked him if he's smelled anybody else.
Yeah, he says smelled.
Oh, smelled.
He smelled somebody. There's somebody
When?
named there.
Doesn't have the concept.
He doesn't have a concept of time.
Can I ask
He has a
him to-
6 intelligence.
Oh,
He's like
so,
a dog.
Can I ask him to guide me?
He kind of shrugs. He doesn't know where it's at.
Can't smell it.
He can smell. He knows it's in the room
Oh.
still. He says it's here.
Don't mind the ooze
Can I-
coming into the room. I want to have the ooze
Can he
walk
be my
around.
friend?
He kind of wants to get out of here because there's no more food.
Aw,
He's hungry.
okay. I pat him and I tell him to.
Wait, will he eat a person?
Yeah, come on now. What?
I mean,
I'm not gonna let
probably
him out
yeah,
of
If
but
he eats people,
Tell
you
him
know
I
what's
know
up.
where there's more food.
where's there more food? Upstairs.
The guy? That's a
Oh,
meal.
yeah, I'll tell him that he can eat the. If you help me find the source or the guy that came here, like, he's all yours.
He can't eat them all though. We need something
Yeah,
to turn in.
you eat all but. What,
fine.
you like
Wait,
the
it's
head?
not half, right?
We can take the head or a hand or
Yeah.
something.
We can't take a hand. How's a hand gonna be like,
like an
identifiable?
We got it. We got the head. It's great. It'll be great.
It's cool. I'll be like, if you come with me, like,
Speaking of
I'll
heads.
get you food.
I got.
We kind of
turkeys for you.
brushed over the turn in with the body, but
Can I
if
just,
they
like,
didn't
have him
object
go
to it, I want to take the head of Giovanni with us. They lost the last one, so
Cool. So, yeah, I tell him that.
So
Do I have to convince him?
I have advantage on perception for smell, right?
Right.
So I
I
should
mean, I
be
want
able to smell
the
around.
I want the ooze to come around. It's got 60 feet of blind sight, so
We all have fun giant beasts now.
I love it. Your companion is best companion.
Apparently not that much advantage.
It's not as good as the elephant.
Not as good as the elephant in the last.
I like a 12 on
Last campaign, they took over an elephant and used it to fight the bad guys.
that was
Yeah, the final battle became very easy because we had an elephant. So it doesn't join me, so I can get it food.
It's kind of hungry now.
oh man, this is kind of an immediate thing, you know.
Yeah. Can I feed it the barbarian?
Manfred.
You do recall that there are bugbears upstairs.
There's bugbears upstairs. Cool. I just told him to go upstairs. There's food right up there.
With the Harpers?
Yes.
Yeah, he eats the Harpers. That's on him.
Yeah, like that's not our problem.
We could be hunted down, but you know.
All right, so he kind of waddles by you guys.
I love him.
and
Bye, Odie.
Squeezes his way up the stairwell.
And I mean, if the Harpers are eating, like that's on them. They should be better.
Or we shouldn't let a monstrosity that just ate that we found in a necromancer's tomb free upon the world.
I'm gonna get him later. So, I want the ooze to start oozing its way around. Does it sense anything with its blind sight?
So at that point, you hear a voice say, "Well, that was disappointing. I expected you to get rid of the monster, but I hoped it would at least weaken you and soften you a bit before."
Oh, do we hear that?
Yeah. His voice kind of echoes through the chamber.
You fiend! Show yourself!
I wanna say in deep speak, just like, you don't know me, you don't know my life. Je ne sais pas moi, je ne sais pas moi vais. That's French.
Now you're just showing off.
Spanish.
That's the only thing I know in French.
It's more than what I know, and I took 2 years of it in middle school.
I say that, but in deep speech, which sounds like French.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Give me a dexterity saving throw for your ooze.
He's a blob. He'll be fine.
Well, I mean, if it's slashing, you have 2.
Oh, that's the wrong dice.
-2.
11.
I rolled too many. What was his dexterity save?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Alright. A large ball of fire ignites and consumes your ooze. It does 23 points of damage to the ooze.
Long way
Let's see what his health is.
At most, it's
7, 9. Yeah, ooze is gone, but that's fine. He served his purpose.
Alright, and this guy appears.
17.
That's
What's up, Day
fun.
Looking?
None of us can see him.
Hey, can we see now?
Yeah, nobody can see him.
We saw the big fireball come.
There's a big fireball that kind of lights up the room.
Like, oh,
Yeah, but
great
there's,
job,
like,
ooze.
bookcases.
You've
Yeah,
done
there's
it.
bookcases
There's
between.
bookcases right in front of us.
I mean, they're made out of bones. Are they that?
Yeah, I'm sure we
are
can
they,
see through them.
I mean, they're cracked somewhere, I would assume.
Might as well move me in there somewhere.
Well, where are you gonna be?
Where up by you, I
Can I
guess.
call for Odie and be like, we found food in here?
Ooh, I did it. I wasn't sure if it was gonna balance or not.
You actually pulled it off. Alright. So everybody roll initiative.
18. I'm gonna stick to
Goodbye, sweet prince. I'll summon you later.
Mine was low.
Lower than a 3? Mine was 3.
Oh,
Did anybody beat a 19?
No.
I got 20.
You got 20?
Yeah.
Alright, so Slayer's going first. What'd you get?
9.
9. And you got a 3.
3.
Where were you at?
What's up, back at the
10.
bus?
Yay.
The bad guys need a card.
Get him.
There, the sticky note.
I had the card for him. Actually, no, last time I
You're
was
the
doing the
warlock.
dragon.
You do
yeah.
all the evil things. Do it. Do
I'm
it.
not evil.
Take him out. You do evil things. That doesn't mean
I'm
you're
gonna just
evil.
dash
Go
all the
ahead
way
and,
across
you
to
get-
here.
Alright, so you're gonna run
Awaken
from one set
mind
of
with your
bookcases
guy.
to the
Tell
other.
him there's some fresh
Okay.
meat down here.
Taking
some
cover
live
behind
meat.
that bookcase of bone.
Yes.
Alright.
I'm going to awaken mine with Odie and let him know that we have fresh food down here.
You want
Okay.
to kill
He's
him?
interested.
Not already dead
Like,
food.
Yeah, I got you
Bone
fresh food down
centipede.
here. If you follow my smell.
Alright. Well, I guess you guys can't really see what's
Yeah,
going
we
on.
can't see him at all.
Alright. So he just turns a bunch of the bones from this bookcase into this swarm,
The other one.
and this big pile of bones right here into this swarm.
Cool.
It's a bone centipede.
The bone feed.
Alright, and so Cyrilli, you're up.
Hey, okay, awaken mine with my dude. I'm going to. Yeah, does he come back to me?
Not yet.
Oh. I'm going to cast Hex on that guy right there.
Okay.
I want to move towards it. Sorry.
Oh.
Do I have can I do that?
Yep.
Cool. And then I'm going to
You're squishy. You're gonna die.
I fell. No.
Yeah. You want some range? No?
I'm not too upset
I'm
about
gonna
her
use
running
my
up to the
park weapon.
bones.
I haven't got to use it.
That's okay. I just don't want you to die. I can't do anything if you do.
Nobody can.
I can't.
Okay,
Who knows
I'm
about
gonna use
health,
my,
though? That's
my
another
pack
story.
weapon.
Spells don't probably work on evil things.
13 plus 4 is a 17.
17 with your axe.
Just barely.
It's a 17 to hit with my axe.
You hit.
Cool. Wait, it's a 12. There we go. D12 plus 26. That's a 1. That's a 3. That's a 5. Pathetic. 5 damage.
5 damage.
My huge pack weapon does
All right.
5 damage.
You like stumble a little when you swing it.
Wasn't ready.
Trip over a tibia on the ground.
So you take a chunk out of it with your axe, and it kind of makes this like snarling sound as it rubs a bunch of bones together.
Like a grasshopper.
Yeah, like a grasshopper, but scarier.
That scary grasshopper.
All right, Auric, Paladin, you're up.
Yeah, I'll give you a little encouraging pat and be like, "Oh, we got this," and I'll hold my turn until he goes.
All right.
Because that's our strategy.
You're gonna ready your attack or whatever he charges at.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Okay. And let's see. Yvonne, right?
Okay, yep. Alright, I'm gonna back kind of toward that corner. Yeah.
Alright, this way?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just, you know, good range and all that. Okay, and then I'm going to shoot. How long has it been since our last combat? Would you say?
Not very long.
Not very long?
Yeah, a matter of
Cool,
minutes,
cool.
probably.
So I can transfer the hunter's mark, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh wait, thingy.
Then I don't have to recap sets, do I? Has it been over an hour?
No, it hasn't been over an
Okay,
hour.
then I still have a spell slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can cast Magic Mouth on his
I
dead
can
body.
cast magic mouth on all these dead bodies.
Okay.
That'll be perfect for when they get his head and take it to the Harpers.
22.
They're not associated with me.
22.
You can trust them.
Okay, and that's gonna be
He says in Infernal.
What? Just say it however you want him to say it.
I'll say it in French.
Yeah.
16 damage.
Okay, 16 damage.
Yep.
And so your arrow kind of flies into this big mass of bones, and some bits of bone scatter out around you, kind of rain down on you as her arrow takes a chunk out of it.
Hey, yo, sorry.
It's dope. I live for this.
Make
And
it rain.
Goliath, you are up.
Want to go help our other stupid brother that's over by himself?
Hey, wherever you want to go. I'm up for anything.
We can make it to him, right? To that one?
You are 5, 10, 15, yeah, easily.
Yep.
You're gonna go
All
out
right,
in the
so
open.
the bear and the paladin charge.
Don't go in the open. They're 29 damage fireball.
It was a fireball.
20 to hit?
Okay.
I mean, my ooze ate the fireball. That is a great contribution. He can't cast it on us now.
He can roll the he can rise bone monstrosity. He has lots of first level spells.
8 damage and then 15 to hit for the
Okay.
second attack.
Yep. You hit.
10 damage.
Alright, so you do a total of 18?
Yep.
Okay. So the bear just takes a big old bite in his claw and ends up with a big like skull in his mouth as it crushes it.
Well, now that we can see the sorcerer guy in the middle, what's he look like?
He looks exactly like the one you saw earlier.
Bald with red robes.
Does he have like a staff or something that he's...
He has a fire sword.
He doesn't actually have that sword.
Darn it, it's not fire.
Or does he have anything that he's using to like cast his spells with?
He has an orb in his hand.
Is it made out of metal?
No, it's like
Oh, well, there goes my master plan for dealing with casters. Yeah, but I mean, if he had a metal focus, I could heat metal and he couldn't cast anything.
That would be hysterical.
Yeah, that's my plan whenever we run into somebody. I'll try and beam him, I guess. That's my thing.
I'll make sure I throw in a wizard sometime with a metal wand.
So
for
do
you.
I have movement left?
You do.
I just want to back around the bookcase so I can cover from the wizard.
Okay, so staying engaged with
Yeah.
the bone swarm.
Yeah.
Could I peek over him and still see the wizard?
You can take a shot at the wizard before he does that.
Alright, yeah. So I'll do that then. Plus 4. Well, I have, let's see, I have +9 to hit. So
What are you using?
with my beam.
Oh,
So,
you're using your
yeah, the circlet of blasting.
circle in the blasting?
Yeah. 29.
I think it's only a +7 to hit. Just,
Oh, do I not add my spell modifier to it as well?
no, it's whatever it says in the magic item
Okay.
description. Yeah.
Well, it's +5 then, so
Plus
that makes
five?
it a 24.
Alright. Well, he's cast shield on himself. The 24 is still going to hit.
Okay. Well, he's got a shield. So. Next one, 22,
That still hits.
17.
That one does not hit.
Okay, well, it's still 46. 15.
15?
Yep.
Alright.
What was that spell?
It's
Scorching
a
Ray.
magic item we got. I can cast Scorching Ray out of it.
Okay.
Once per
Do you
day.
have any holy, like, you know, this is technically dead things or undead things, right? So,
Yeah, well, I can smite him, but that's an action. I wanted to hit the sorcerer a little bit. As a paladin, whatever it attacks, I can give it disadvantage anyway.
So he was not a fan of that.
I don't need you to be a fan of it, Manfred.
sorry.
And Auric, that was your turn.
Yeah.
So
Stuff.
Yvonne is up.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot that thing again.
Alright.
Has your three-eyed friend said anything back to you?
Has he?
Not
He
yet.
can't talk to me though. I can only talk. It's one way.
Oh, he can talk to you. He has telepathy too.
Oh, cool.
You hear him stomping over in the distance, maybe.
14?
14?
Yeah.
To hit the bone swarm?
Yeah.
Yes, you hit.
Okay.
How did one of our cameras get face
11.
directly at your phone?
Oh no, it's
Oh, I see that. Okay, gotcha.
Getting the real close up. They can see what strategies I have available.
The everything framed just nicely. So with the text box and the brown, it made that look like a screen. It's like, what happened there?
11 damage.
11 damage. All right. And are you going to use any of your movement?
Wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I was just asking. All right, so it's now Slayer or no Goliath's turn.
Again?
Nah, he went, yeah.
no. It should
That
be
was,
top of the order
yeah, up to.
because you held your turn until Goliath.
Oh,
went.
you held your turn. I messed up. All right, so you got an extra shot from your arrow.
You're so inspired. You saw the beams going
Yeah,
out.
I was just like, oh my god, shoot things.
I'm gonna just smash it with my warhammer. That's 23.
23 to hit. You definitely hit. Your warhammer seems to be very effective against this pile of bones.
7 plus. I know my bonuses by heart.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do know.
Are you raging?
Yeah, it's plus 2. It's plus 4, that'd be 11. And then plus 2, that'd be 12.
Oh, you have what, 3 rages? Okay. So you got 12 then.
12 damage?
Yeah.
All right. So you smash it with your warhammer and scatter bones across the room, and it's their turn. So it basically kind of reaches out, kind of crawls across the bookshelf, gathering up more bones into itself as it does. and it basically like slashes out at you with a like claw-shaped attack of bones.
I'll give him disadvantage.
Oh, with your shield
Yeah.
to protect him?
Yep.
Alright. I think he would have missed anyway.
I gotta do it before anyway. I have to get my valor in somewhere.
Alright, so you block the claw attack with your shield, and then this one comes after you. Similar kind of claw-shaped bone attack. That's a 20-something to hit you.
Yep. Surprise.
And you take 12 damage.
Cool. I'm still up.
I mean, this isn't like last week where our frontliners had, what, like 8 health total? Or 2 weeks ago?
Alright, at which point the wizard takes cover. He kind of disappears behind this bookshelf here.
Coward! Get back here and let me hit you with more beams!
And he calls out as he runs behind the bookshelf and says that you can't stop me. The darkness is already mine to command. It's only a matter of time now.
Interesting.
I just kind of laugh at that. Like, you don't know dark
You don't know dark.
until you've had to deal with bureaucracy
And taxes.
and taxes and tax laws. I'm going to take another whack.
Alright.
Let's hope I do more damage this time.
You got this.
18.
That definitely hits.
Yep. I'm gonna use different dice. 11 plus 5 is 16. Plus 2 is 18.
Alright. You cleave it with your axe, chopping it clean in half, scattering bones in all directions.
Yay.
And it reforms into 2 now.
Awesome.
I saw that coming.
I'm gonna use
What is this,
my,
a bone ooze?
Wow.
I'm going
Looks
to
like
use
it.
my my movement to back
Get
up.
to
If you do that, they'll get opportunity attacks on you.
Is my friend coming anytime soon?
Your Odiug friend?
I want my ooh.
He does respond telepathically to you and says, "Squish, squish." He's trying to squeeze down back down the stairs. It's taken him a while. He doesn't move very fast.
My
I like that's how he verbalizes it.
Yeah, he's so, I love him. He's so cute. I want to keep him forever.
Like the Elmira of monsters. In Tiny Tins.
You'll have to put a muzzle on him if I'm going to allow that.
Where?
His big mouth.
Oh, right, I
Get
forgot that
get
he
a
had
custom one.
a gaping maw.
You climbed into it.
I did climb into his mouth.
All right, Oric the Paladin, you're up.
Yep, holding again until, well,
Nah, you can attack.
we heard that it split. I don't know.
I'm gonna use Eldritch.
It didn't split when he hit it with a warhammer,
Yeah.
and it didn't split when she hit it with the axe the first time.
What made it split this time? Can I use my
What did you do to it this last time?
I just hit it harder.
Oh, you didn't, it wasn't magical what you did.
I mean, my pack weapon is magic.
But you did almost twice as much damage on that attack.
Yes, I did. I have more than twice as much damage.
Right.
Well, if it's only if you do a lot of damage, I guess.
So you have to do non-lethal damage to the bone swarm?
How am I going to do
But you
that?
have to do like
It's
less
bones.
non-lethal damage.
try and knock it out, obviously.
Okay, I'll knock
Well,
out
we
the
need to knock
writhing
out the
mass of bones.
Sorcerer.
The
That's how we
bone
do it.
centipede cricket.
Ooh. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Good non-lethal damage.
There's no way this can go wrong.
11.
11.
Yep.
And what are you using?
Warpick.
Warpick. Okay. That does piercing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you just basically plow into this thing, driving it deep inside.
Harvest some bones when I pull it out.
How much damage do you do?
11.
11. You got a crit and only did 11 damage.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 1 and a 2, I think.
Okay. All right. And so Yvonne is up.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna shoot one of them.
I
Again.
could smite it, but don't want to do too much damage and have it be 2 of them things.
Well, I think it may be the type of damage. I'm not sure. Like, if it's a certain amount of damage and it's over a certain number of HP, and also, like, I'm wondering if it, like, what is it, holy or fire?
There's just too many variables here right now, and I don't know any of them.
Hey, gotta experiment.
Would
Go
you
nuts.
get your counters?
There, I forgot to get them out of the bag.
Yeah, I was like looking. I was like, what are you giving? Oh.
15 to hit.
Oh, you actually did damage.
Because it's a good gift.
15 hits, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Did you not put in the damage?
I did
again?
what it's
damage
right.
because I was busy splitting it in half.
I did do damage.
Does it look the same size, or are they
You
smaller?
did like 15?
I did 18.
18. Okay.
This is what true perfection looks like.
13 damage.
13 damage?
Yes.
Alright. So again, you strike it with your arrow, and Goliath, the druid in bear form, you are up.
We bite it.
Gonna bite it? Alright.
You bite those bones. Get that marrow.
For an 8. So we'll try to claw it.
Might not like it.
15.
15? Alright. Do your damage for your claw.
11 and 5, 16.
Alright, and what type of damage is your claw? I'm assuming it's slashing.
Yep.
Alright, so you basically come down with your big claw and just shred the thing in half. And now there's 2 of them.
Yay.
This is working out great.
Should have hit him with the bite. Would have been piercing.
I've potentially got a solution.
And what was the total damage on that?
11 and 5, 16.
16. Alright. Alright, so... And we're back at the top with Slayer, the Minotaur.
I'm gonna try and smash the one closest to me now. Okay, that's a 24.
24. That definitely hits.
4, 8 plus 2. That's a 10 damage.
10 damage. Alright. So you smash it with your warhammer, continuing to bludgeon the thing. And it's their turn. Alright, so this one does not like the Minotaur and this big hammer, so it's going to come after you. See, that's a 22 to hit.
Yes.
Alright. And so you take 9, 12 necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage.
So it has like these claw-shaped attacks, but apparently they're charged with dark magic.
Yes.
And then the new one that you created is going to attack you. It's going to, show its appreciation. That's a crit.
Shield! Shield!
Oh, you're gonna use your protection.
I
It has to be
saved it.
before.
All right.
I had it. I'm gonna use it. I chose to use it on this thing.
So 11. Does an 11 hit you? Okay. Even in bear form?
It's 11.
Oh, okay. So it hits.
Oh, it does. Okay,
Yeah.
then, yeah.
All right. So it's not a crit thanks to the protection of your paladin friend. Oh, and it does a whopping 6 damage.
It could have been 12.
It could have been a lot worse. All right, and then you're surrounded.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that monstrosity getting any
Yeah, like
closer?
my friend here is gonna have some protection.
Let's see. Does a 14 hit you?
14 is my AC.
All right, then they both hit you.
Yay. Well, bye guys. It was nice knowing you.
So that's 10 damage from one, and
I'm down.
There you go.
10 damage from the other.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh,
You're dead.
All right. So you are surrounded by bone swarms.
Yep, I'm down.
I feel like they keep attacking the body.
gonna do a saving throw then. It's
All
my
right.
turn.
Make your save. It is your turn.
The 7.
Oh no. What's your con?
+1.
Okay, that's not enough to pass.
Nope.
All right. And it's still on your turn. The Odiug comes down here and he attacks one of the
Yay.
bone swarms.
What's his stats?
Oh, I have a feeling he's pretty good.
All right. So yeah.
You might not
He's
like
probably
it.
made for this.
So
Bones.
his tentacle attack is a +6 to hit and does D8 +3 damage.
1 second, I want to write this down. You said +6 to hit?
Yep. Plus 1d8 +3 damage.
Okay.
Plus another D8 of piercing damage. It has the big tentacles with the little razors on it.
Yep.
Or large razors, I should say.
You could see the edge.
If the target is medium or smaller, it is grappled by that attack. And it's a DC 13 to escape. And then if it grapples anything, it can then do a slam attack on it.
Yay. I have a fun weapon now.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it keeps going. You're not going to get to keep this one forever. I'm sorry, it's too powerful. And that's going to be the slam is a 2d6 +3 damage. And it basically grapples it with a tentacle and slams on the ground.
And does it like combo all those? Oh, I hit you. And, oh, guess what? You take slashing and also
what is
you're
the
grappled.
slam?
And then you're slammed too.
Wait, what is
it,
the slam?
it stacks all that, yeah.
1d.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. The slam is a separate action.
Okay.
So it grapples it one turn and slams it the next.
What's the slam though?
All right, but it makes 3 attacks in a turn. So
I'm so excited.
so it can do 2 tentacle attacks and 1 bite attack per turn.
And the bite is the 1d8, right?
No, the bite is a separate attack.
Oh.
That's also +6 to hit, and it's 2d8 +3 piercing.
Oh my goodness.
And if it bites anything, it has a chance of diseasing it, which is not going to matter against these bone swarms.
I'm so excited. Okay, let's do this.
If you'd rolled a 1 on your medicine check to remove that book, you would have cut yourself, and you would have gotten diseased.
You would have been fine. I can heal those. If I were.
Okay, well that's one of them is a nat 20.
Okay.
One of them is a 3. You said +6 to hit, so it's a 9.
9's going to hit.
Awesome. And then the other one's a 14.
All right.
So I'm gonna do the 21st, and that's gonna be one of the slaps, right? Or whatever.
The tentacles?
Yeah, the
Yep.
tentacles. You said it's 1d8, but since I got a nat, it's 2d8.
Right.
Perfect.
This is gonna be
I'm gonna hit this one.
Right.
That's a 7 and a 1, so 8 plus 3.
So you double that.
I double, plus, so it's +6,
Yeah.
right?
No, you don't double the plus. You just
Yeah.
double the dice.
Oh,
No,
I thought
yeah.
you double
So
bonuses
8,
too.
9, 10, 11.
11, and then it does the extra D8
Yeah.
piercing because of the blades on it, or the thing like.
Plus 6,
And roll that again because it would be critical.
plus 5, so it's 11 plus. I don't even remember what the first
22.
22 total damage. All right.
Cool.
And none of that cuts it in half, so you're good.
I guess I still have 2 attacks.
Yeah, because that was just a critical, right?
Yeah, that was just the
So
critical.
and you hit with both the bite and the other tentacle attack,
Yeah.
correct? All right, so that's another 2d8. You can roll those together because
Okay,
one's
that's
bludgeoning,
a
one's
6.
piercing.
One's a 6, one's a 7, so 7, 8, 9, 10, so 16.
All right.
And then the bite's another d8 plus 3.
Right.
That's a 5. Plus 3 is 6, 7, 8. It's an 8.
All right. So that's a total of 42 damage. Is that right?
Something
I
like
was
that.
at 41 to 42.
I think it was 42 damage. Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know. My brain just fried.
42.
You just, like,
Aren't you glad you didn't fight it?
yes. Thank you for making cute, cuddly things out of scary monsters.
I
with
love
TTG.
Odie. Hopefully I don't die.
Now, the other thing is, you have grappled the bone swarm.
Awesome.
So on your next turn,
I can slam it into the other bone swarm.
well, you'd have to grapple both of them, but you could do that if you manage to grapple 2 things a turn. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, I will.
So next turn, you can slam it on the ground, or against the wall, or again you can make the 3 attacks. Either way, whatever you choose. But if you make the 3 attacks, you'll let it go.
After 42 points of damage, it's still alive.
Yes.
So
At some point, we just gotta go after the sorcerer, right?
It can't attack, right?
It can attack. It's just gonna do it with well, no, because it'd have to be restrained for that.
Okay.
It can attack you. It just can't move unless it breaks that grapple.
Cool.
All right.
That's fun. This is my new friend.
And where are we at? Alright, you are up.
What do you think? You want to go after the sorcerer instead, or keep fighting these things?
We'll take opportunity attack.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll.
I can sneak around all you guys and start.
I mean, you can go. I'll catch up with you. I have plenty of movement, so if you want to head down that way, you can.
If I go, maybe I'll eat a fireball. Though.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I'll swing at the one in front of me again, and I'll see how I do.
Are these things undead?
Yes.
Can't you make these things afraid of you or something?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's everything that I can see. There's only 2 of them now.
Oh, okay.
I want to maximize it if I can.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, but what about Sacred Flame?
No, I don't get any cantrips. 22? 22 hits.
Okay.
So again, you bury your war pick deep inside of it.
Yep.
You gonna use a smite?
I could, I guess. Plus 6. 10?
10 total?
Yeah, it's only 2d8 for smite, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't you get an extra d8 for undead?
Oh, you do. 12.
So you're at 12 total damage?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, so you just
Yeah, on that one.
you just charge your holy energy into your pickaxe and jab into it.
You're holy.
There doesn't seem to be much of it left. It's starting to fall apart, kind of shamble as it moves. It definitely looks like it's on its last bone, I guess. And Yvonne, you're up. Our half-elf ranger.
It doesn't have a leg to stand on, is that what you're saying?
Do you want to pull me away?
Well,
No. You're being protected. You're fine. Everything's great.
well.
I didn't learn from you.
Well, it won't stop you from making death saves.
I would save you if I was there, but, you know, I'm not.
Alright.
If I die, I'll live on in Odie.
This one can only attack you, right?
Sleepwalk over to me and then I'll heal you.
1, 2, 3, 4,
What are friends?
6. Okay, so technically I can still shoot that one and I can shoot this one now too.
Right.
Which one is on its last one?
This one.
Okay. I would like to... Can I move again if I don't make an attack?
Yes.
Guys, do you want me to start going toward the wizard?
I don't want you to go by
It
yourself.
depends on how much you like your character.
Not attached.
Okay, then.
All right, I'm gonna shoot at one of the bone things. Can I hit both of them? Like, can I hit the other one if the one in front of me is kind of decrepit? Can I hit the one behind it?
You could if you wanted to target that one instead.
What do you guys think? You want me to take out the one that's limping, or
It's
take
better
out
to
the
kill things that are weak,
Alright,
because then
let's
you're
kill
taking damage away.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the weak one. And transferring my mark to that one.
Okay.
14. 14.
That's gonna hit. They're kind of clumsy creatures. They're surprisingly easy to hit. Whoa, that's a lot of
That's a lot
damage.
of damage. Okay.
Did you just hit max damage?
Yeah.
All right.
So, 18 damage.
Yeah. So your arrow flies through what's left of the bone swarm and just shatters it and falls into pieces,
All right.
scattering it across the floor around the bear.
I had a bone to pick with you.
I said the exact quote in my other D&D game.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yes.
attack the
I
swarm.
want to make as many terrible puns as I can.
Well, I have good news for you. So do we all.
Yes.
13?
I found my
13?
greatest group.
You hit.
We used the bite.
All right.
Get up.
Don't scratch them again. That didn't work.
Bite him. Piercing damage only. Or bludgeoning.
No, this
I
is
guess-
a D8, right?
I guess
D8, right?
I guess I actually removed the wrong one because this was the one that was you guys have been hitting, right?
3 and 4. That's 7 piercing.
7 piercing.
Yep.
On this one.
Yep.
All right. Are you gonna claw it?
I can't bite it again, right?
What can I do?
I mean, technically, it says you get 1 claw attack and 1 bite attack.
Bite attack.
Can you punch
Do we
it?
think it's wounded enough?
Punch him straight with your claw. Make
Well, I'm
it
saying, do we
piercing.
think it's wounded? We don't. Do we think it's wounded enough to kill it? Probably not yet, because we just started hitting this one, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They would be if she hadn't co-opted the OTUG to work for them.
Yeah. It's my buddy.
So 11 and 5, 16.
16.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit.
12 and 4, 16.
16 damage with your
Yeah.
claw. All right, so you cut it in half again.
Gosh darn it.
Well, they have to be getting smaller though now as we go, right?
Yes, they are smaller now.
Okay.
Or they just absorb something from the library, the bone walls.
So these are technically now they're small creatures instead of medium creatures because it started off large.
Max damage.
Alright.
All right,
Wait, I wanted non-lethal max.
all right, Slayer.
Can I see this bone feature from here?
It's kind of tall as it coils up and around, so you can see it kind of a little bit over the bookshelf.
Can I cast a levitate on it and make it go up 20 feet?
I suppose you could.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
wasn't feeling it, you know? It's like, whatever.
That's one of the spells in your ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's up with this deck? How does it work? I've never seen it.
Let's see real quick. Do you have levitate pulled up? Does he
Yeah.
get a saving throw? I assume.
Yeah, Constitution.
It got a 17 on its con.
Yeah, that made it.
Okay.
Not good.
It was determined not to float away.
Yes. I cannot do it. I can't do anything else, so I'm gonna stay there for a little bit.
All right, you're just gonna stay behind the bookshelf.
Yes. Just in case.
All right. And where are we at?
Little monster.
Monster.
They get to go. All right, so both of these are gonna attack your Odiug.
Yay!
Oh, I thought for sure.
Thank God. What's its?
What's its armor class?
Yeah, or what's it? What's even its health? These are things I don't know.
We gotta go by the story.
Let's see. It has a 14 armor class and it's got 114 hit points.
Oh, cool.
Now you're really glad you didn't fight it. All
Hey
right.
guys, don't worry. I got this. It's my tank.
All right. So it does a whopping 7 damage to your Otiug.
Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
It has to tap out.
It's 2d6, not 1d6. So that's 13 damage.
13.
Yep. So
Oh
it's
man, only 111 left.
right.
Oh, 13. So sorry. 101 health.
All right. And
It's me.
you're up. Saving throw.
14.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay.
You are 1 and 1.
Okay, and then we're just gonna go all 3 attacks again, so that was fun.
All right. So you're gonna let go of the one you have grappled and
Yeah.
hit it again with all 3 attacks.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
have.
can I, but since they're like this, can I do like 2 and 1?
You can hit that one until it's gone if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this one until it's gone.
All right, and then use the what's left on that one.
Yeah. 9, 17, 14.
Those all hit.
Cool. So it is. Right, yeah. So a D8.
That's a D10.
Oh, sorry. No, oh, right, you're right. There we go.
There it is.
That's a 5 plus 3. That's an 8. That's an 8.
And then another D8.
Yep. That's a 3.
Alright, so you're 11?
11.
11 damage?
Yep.
Okay. That actually finishes that one off.
Cool. And then, so then it's going to use the other tentacle, right?
Right.
To hit that one. So 1, that's a 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 damage. Okay.
And then a bite
The bite.
is a 1 plus 3 is 4.
Alright.
Not as much damage this time around.
That's still, you took one out. That's still awesome.
Not even close. It's like you went from like almost max possible damage to almost minimum possible damage.
Yes.
That's how I play. Gotta keep them on their toes.
But you also
But that
have
one's
one
grappled
successful
again,
saving
right?
throw. So
Yes.
like we're on a high note right now. I'll take
Yes,
it.
that one is grappled now.
Yo, I can slam it next
You
time.
can slam it next turn. You can slam it on top of the tiefling.
No,
It
why
was
would I do
me.
that?
Like I only get that with my action is to command it. Yeah.
Alright. Let's see.
That's
So
why I was asking because I could send it to attack the wizard and try and poison him. But there's a good chance my target will get torched. Sorry, go ahead.
and let's see.
My turn.
Oryx's turn. The paladin. You are up.
Do they both look about the same, health-wise?
They are. Yeah, because they just split. So
Do they go back to full health then?
they don't go back to full health. No, but when they split, they have about the same health.
So I'll just swing at that one then, I guess. Arbitrarily. 21?
That hits.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Yep.
All right. And Yvonne is up as the paladin takes his sword swing or his pick into the bone.
Okay, I know that's gonna hit. Same thing I rolled last time. 14. I'm
Are you gonna hit the one that the paladin just hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Oh, well, that was terrible. 6, so 11 damage.
Not bad.
All right.
Could be worse.
So your arrow buries into the bone swarm,
Yeah.
and Goliath gets to go.
Nat 20
That's a crit with your
Yes.
bite.
with the bite.
Eat the bones, please.
Extra
them so
calcium.
hard.
Get that calcium.
A 1.
You got a 1 and a
2. 3 plus 4. So 6.
6 damage.
Yeah. No, 7.
7 damage. All right. So the bear takes a bite out of the bone swarm.
Yikes.
And are you gonna use your claw again?
I would say that's a nibble.
6 and 4 is 10.
That's gonna hit.
6 and 4 is 10 for on the other one.
10
Yeah.
on this one.
Yep.
All right. So you cut it in half again.
We gotta stop doing this. I don't have any AoE damage.
I wonder if I
Oh
can-
no, I'm sorry. It's already small. I can't make it. You can't make it any smaller.
Can we make it
So he's
So
dead?
So is it dead?
No, it's actually still just kind of barely there.
Oh, man.
So they can't go anymore, so you can hit as hard as you want now.
I already was.
All right, and Slayer, you're up.
I'm gonna just hit with the Warhammer again.
All right, so you're gonna come around this way.
Yes.
All right.
That'll be an 18 to hit.
Okay.
Hit with that. Yeah. 7, that'd be 11. That'd be 13 damage.
13 damage with your warhammer.
Yes.
All right, so you just shatter it when you strike it with your warhammer,
Yeah.
and there's doesn't appear to be anything left, but scattered bones across the floor.
4 bones.
Got it.
All right, and now it's going to attack. You just killed its friend, so it's going to attack you.
Use my shield.
All right, you're gonna block with its shield, so it has disadvantage. That's good because that would have been a crit.
I've saved your life.
It could have done below 9
I
damage.
blocked 2 crits now.
So it still does 12 damage to you.
I'm down, I think. Yes.
Now that's necrotic damage. So yeah, so you don't get resistance to that.
It's fine. I'll deal with
All right, so the Minotaur goes down. All right, and this one's gonna attack the Odiog.
Okay, I'm about to say, like,
Go to
don't
turn
attack
around.
me.
Let's see. The 11 hits. Does the 11 hit the Odiog? No.
It's 14.
Again, aren't you guys glad you didn't fight the Odiog?
Okay. Saving throw.
Saving throw.
14.
All right. So
Look at that.
you're +2 and -1.
Yeah. Okay, and then
You're almost stabilized.
just for the fun of it.
All right, you're gonna slam him.
No, wait. What's the slam? What's the damage of the slam? I think I missed that one.
Didn't I tell you that?
I think you did, but I missed it.
It's 2d6 + 3.
Slam it into the ground.
I would slam it. That way it won't divide.
Okay, yeah.
All right, actually, it makes a saving throw against
Oh,
this man.
cool. Good, because I got a 1.
Well, it got a 1 on its saving throw, so
Contagious.
you smash it on the ground,
Awesome. 2d6 + 3.
and it's also stunned since it's failed its saving throw.
That's pretty good too.
That's an 8 + 3.
11.
11.
All right, so
Yeah.
you just shatter that one on the ground.
Yay!
And let's see. All right, Auric, you're up.
All right.
You got 1 bone swarm left, and it's a small one.
Well, that one's almost dead anyway, so I'll use lay on hands on the barbarian and bring him back.
All right.
So I'll give you what? I'll give you like 3.
I take it you're gonna hop off the bear in order to do that.
Yeah, if I have to.
Yeah, I don't see how you'd be able to reach him on the ground from.
I'll swivel. I'll, you know.
You like lean, just poke him.
Yeah.
I am pretty big.
So 3. You got 3 back.
All right.
You're awake. Oh no, you can't get up to your next turn, right?
Oh, he's awake on the ground. Yeah.
All right, and where are we at? That was Auric, so Yvonne is up. Yes.
That was a nat 1.
All right, your arrow lands somewhere. Where are you over there?
Does it hit the priest?
Unfortunately, not.
As long as you don't miss all of
All
your
right,
attacks.
Goliath.
Yeah, that hits. 16 + 4, 20.
20.
Yep.
Definitely hits.
9 and 4, 13.
13 damage.
Yeah.
All right, you take a big chunk out of it.
I thought it was just about dead.
Yes.
You took a bigger chunk.
Get him.
12 + 5, 17.
Yeah, it hits.
8 + 4, 12 damage.
All right, so you more than shattered the bone swarm, and you destroy it with your attack. Again, scattering bones across the room, and then in the distance you hear, "Oh, ha, 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 ha. It's too late. The darkness is already mine." And let's see where we at. It is Slayer's turn.
You're back. You have a healing potion, I'm pretty sure. You can drink that if you want.
I'm gonna do that. Yes.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I do that.
You're gonna drink a healing potion.
Yeah.
All right, so you stand up just in time to see the wizard run out into the middle of this platform, and blue-green necrotic energy starts to flow out of the platform in the middle of the room, and he's absorbing it all. And then the platform crumbles and breaks, and just a mass of dead bodies kind of rise up. And it wraps around him and consumes him. You hear him start to scream as he is basically swarmed by dead bodies. And you see a giant
Freaking
Knew it.
ball of zombies.
All
This
the
is what
better.
was wrapped up.
Yeah.
It's a ball. We can just push it around. How will it ever reach us?
And I think we'll stop there for the night and pick up here next week.
Cool. Okay, that's fine.
I already have a great strategy for this. Depending on how fast it moves, we could just keep using the bottle on it and push it back every turn.
Oh,
Well, take-
your decanter of
Well,
water.
technically, it's undead. You can make the whole ball afraid of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just gotta go
that's the
away.
only thing.
And just keep on walking.
Yep.
Well, if it's afraid of me, it can't get any closer anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, then it'll just keep on being pushed back.
Yeah. Well, it can't come closer. I can get closer to it. It'll
So we
just
gotta
stand
somehow
still.
next week we have to get either I have to get out of Wild Shape. Somebody's got to get to you to put some healing on you somewhere.
Oh, you just gotta take me over and I can heal it.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Or I
say
can
I'm
just
gonna
go
live
over.
in limbo for a week.
Yeah.
I can't
Cool.
quite get there.
You're coming
It's
back?
the movement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, guys. I have a tank now.
And it's beautiful.
Temporarily.
We're gonna have it till the end of this
Listen, we can
dungeon.
just make it hug the zombie ball. It's fine. It'll be great.
Oh wait, no, we'll play soccer. One person gets the pitcher, and then you stand on one end, and then we'll have Odie.
I'll
on
be the
other
referee.
end.
I'll keep it in the. I'll keep it in the
We'll
zone.
have
with us.
Odie in another
We'll
end.
go over to things because she can have the stuff from the other schools then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hang with us.
Yeah.
So you get like the spell ring. And there's all kinds of stuff you get.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So those of you who are still watching, thanks for hanging in there till the end, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our Dungeons & Dragons Adventurers League. Want to see more? Make sure to hit the subscribe button and bell to know the next time we post to YouTube. Join in on the fun on our live stream at twitch.tv/CapeFearGames. And check out our website, capefeargames.com, for all your gaming needs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.